Ball is just a few minutes away. We're in Waynesville tonight as the Zizzers take on the Waynesville Tigers. These teams coming off.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Welcome to the Hurst Feed and Farm Supply pregame on Hot Country KDY. Zizzer football is just a few minutes away. We're in Waynesville tonight as the Zizzers take on the Waynesville Tigers. These teams coming off of much different games. West Plains with a 57-12 win last week, a Parkview victory over Parkview in the homecoming game. Meanwhile, Rolla just railed Waynesville 67-26. And it's amazing that Rolla was able to score that many points, but they did. Waynesville is 2-4 on the year, and their only two wins have been against the two weakest teams in the Ozark Conference, those being Parkview and Hillcrest. Tonight, it'll be a matchup of these teams, but first, let's talk to and hear from Matt Perkins, head coach of the West Plains Zizzers, as he talks a little bit about last week's ball game and looking forward to this week.
Did a lot of good things, and then there were some things that we probably would like to have back. We had a kickoff return that was we kind of lost contain, and they were able to get up the sideline and take it quite a ways. I thought their quarterback probably threw the ball better, maybe more accurate than we've seen him throw all year. He's a very talented kid. He's got some offers to go play at the next level, and he connected on some really deep passes. One of the things, and Coach, you probably maybe experienced this, but when you're sprinting out a quarterback one direction, that backside post is almost always open. Yeah. But it's nearly impossible to throw that route. I mean, you got to have an incredible arm, and this guy, he did it two times, and they've got some speed, and they were able to big play us a couple times, but. I think, negative yards rushing and all that kind of stuff, and thought we played decent. Kind of since when you lose a game, you end up kind of, reevaluating how you do stuff, and we've dropped kind of some of the things that we had been doing and really have focused a lot more on some fundamentals, and so, we're doing some more tackling circuits and trying to, shore up some things that we need to get better at on special teams, on the defensive side of the ball. And I thought we had a really focused practice week. Tuesday is kind of our tackle circuit week, and we're doing a real physical inside run period and trying to make sure our linebackers are getting their keys and being aggressive in the right direction and that sort of thing. And our kids have responded really well to it. The second week in a row, we've kind of changed things up, doing a turnover circuit on Wednesdays, and I think they've enjoyed the change of pace and how things are going. Our practices are probably a little bit longer than they were previously, and there's been a really good kind of a good buzz around it, honestly, at practice, and hopefully that'll translate into us being a little bit more crisp and clean. Football is a physical game, and regardless of whether or not our practices are probably a little bit longer than they were previously, and there's been a really good kind of a good buzz around it, honestly, at practice, and hopefully that'll translate into us being a little bit more crisp and clean. Football is a physical game, and regardless of whether or not our practices are probably a little bit longer than they were previously, and there's been a really good kind of a good buzz around it, honestly, at practice, and hopefully that'll translate into us being a little bit more crisp and clean.
As far as the Tigers are concerned, they have some people that can make some plays.
They're kind of the team that you don't want to let them have a lot of success early. You need to try to capitalize on some of their mistakes, and hopefully that can snowball into some success for you. But you're right, they can big play anybody, and they have. I mean, they've scored 20+ points on all the good teams they've played, and hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of some things they're doing defensively and have success on our offensive side of the ball. Mentioning the fullback, they have a huge kid that plays fullback for them, and they get in the Wildcat, and both those guys play some quarterback in the Wildcat, and they do a lot of really neat things offensively, and there's a lot of motions, and they're gonna throw the bubble and quick screen and try to make you play horizontally, and then take top off and throw it deep. But, number 30 needs to touch the ball a lot. And
not tonight.
Just not tonight. Not tonight.
Yeah.
They've shown, mostly a 4-3 defense. And, you see a little bit of a 4-2-5 where they'll walk that overhang out to the strength. But a lot of times you'll have 7 linebackers in the box, and they play a lot of man and, use their speed to try to lock down your receivers. And could see a really, really big night for some of our kids.
So it'll be West Plains at 6-1 against Waynesville 2-4 in Ozark Conference play tonight. Let's take a look at the other games going on in the Ozark Conference on the Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply pregame, and those games tonight will include Bolivar at Kickapoo. It'll be Camdenton at Glendale. Hillcrest will play at Parkview. Lebanon, of course, will be playing at Rolla tonight as the only other matchup in the Ozark Conference, plus this game. In the South Central Association, Salem will visit the Liberty Eagles. Mountain Grove was to play Houston tonight. That game has been called off due to COVID. Also, Kabul plays at Ava, and Thayer will be at Willow Springs. South of the border, Arkansas area games. Rivercrest will be at Highland tonight as the Rebels go for their 3rd win. Benton will be at Mountain Home. The Bombers have struggled. They're 2-4. Benton is 5-1. And the Salem Greyhounds, with a 4-2 record, will be at Newport. We'll go to the stadium in just a moment and get ready for the kickoff. Paul Knight will join us in booth or outside, wherever we may happen to be. But that'll wrap up our pregame, brought to you by Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply. Remember, you can do tub bookings through November, and on all in-stock tubs, it's available. You can get $50 off per ton when you order 3 tons or more at Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply in West Plains on Worley Drive. And, of course, they have their location on Nettleton Avenue in Thayer. We're back in just a bit as we wrap up the pregame. Here on today's Hot New Country, KDY High School football is coming up.
Thousands of people get their news from OzarkRadioNews.com, and for good reason. It's the primary source for news from South Central Missouri and North Central Arkansas. Check out OzarkRadioNews.com.
Serving the Ozarks for over 3 decades. Think about that. And takes great pride in producing quality concrete, offering competitive prices. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix is ready to help you with all your residential, commercial, or agriculture concrete and rock needs. Give them a call today, 256-8171. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix, where you get concrete results every time. You know that West Plains Lock and Key is the place to call when you've locked yourself out of your car or lost your key. But they do so much more. If you need anything lock-related done to your home or business, West Plains Lock and Key is your expert source there, too. Give West Plains Lock and Key a call if you need locks rekeyed or changed. They can even help with safes, install keypad locks, and so much more. West Plains Lock and Key, where tradition meets technology. 256-8862. 256-8862.
It's where to go and buy your car. Great service and best price by far. In West Plains Mo, it's where we are. Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet in West Plains.
I'm Taylor Grubaugh. When I was a young boy, I always dreamed of being a Chevrolet dealer. Now that dream is a reality here in West Plains, and I look forward to being able to continue to serve the community as your local Chevrolet Buick GMC dealer.
Find new roads at Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet Buick and GMC in West Plains.
School is back in session and things are real hectic. Trying to get in the groove of the new routine. School, sports practice, and games, not to mention work and everything else you are trying to do. Let Zizzer Coin Laundry help take a load off. Drop off all your laundry, and they will wash, dry, fold, even press if needed. Zizzer Coin Laundry will do everything, but put it away. Zizzer Coin Laundry on Porter Wagner Boulevard next to R&R Tire Express in West Plains.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 5 hours you spent in the kitchen mastering your epic wing recipe and the 3-hour family road trip to the tailgate party. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or a combo, State Farm agent Justin Shelby and his team see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Justin and his team understand what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve.
For all your home and auto insurance needs, talk to me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby, and my team in West Plains and in Houston.
Outpost Motorsports in downtown West Plains has side-by-sides in stock ready for your next adventure, your hunting trip, to work around the farm. See the High Sun Sector 550, perfect for work or play. High Sun Sector comes standard with top windshield and winch. Stop by Outpost Motorsports next to the Civic Center and check out a full line of side-by-sides in stock now. Check them out online at outpostmotorsports.com.
West Plains Zizzers football on Hot Country KDY. Tonight's game is brought to you by
Outpost Motorsports, by Ozark Cafe, Monty's Outdoors, Ozarks Healthcare, Lynch Equipment Company, Ozarks Healthcare Medical Equipment, J&J Recovery, Pepsi Mid-America, Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, Peterbilt, Hawkins Home and Lawn, SRS Electric, Edgeler and Harper. Also brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Justin Shelby, Don's Auto Service, Stuart Morrison Ready Mix, Current Incorporated, Taylor Grubaugh Buick GMC, Butler Heating and Air, West Plains Bank and Trust Company, Bureau, West Plains Propane, Brown Furniture and Appliance, Wilbanks Tire, Bailey Chevrolet Pontiac GMC, Wiles Abstract Company, and Zizzer Coin Laundry.
And now West Plains Zizzers football on the official home of the Zizzers, Hot Country KDY.
Good evening, folks. This is Paul Knight along with Harlan Hutchinson sitting right here to my left, and we're going to bring you some Zizzer football tonight here from Waynesville High School, the home of the Tigers in Harlan. It's a nice drive up, a little bit of rain on the way up, but sky is cleared, temperature's dropping a little, and the Zizzers and the Tigers are about to do battle in this Ozark Conference game.
This is the first time that I've seen this stadium.
It was 2011. I found out when I got here early, and I was, because I thought it had been here 4 or 5 years, and they said this is the 10th year that it's been in existence.
It's a terrific place. I mean, I'm sure I'd like to know how much money went into building this place, but it's such a huge upgrade over their old stadium down by the old high school.
Yeah.
And the one thing bad kind of about this is on the Waynesville side, they're not going to have a real good crowd, but it is so huge on this side that you could have a decent crowd and still look like a small crowd. On the other side, about half, thanks to my Casco field glasses here, top of the line Casco field glasses, I can count. We've got over 100 people here to watch the Zizzers tonight.
Well, we're about ready to go with action as the Tigers are taking the field. The Zizzers won the toss. They're going to take the football. Set to kick off for Waynesville's number 52. I got to find him on the roster. That's Mason Wright. He's also an offensive lineman, a junior. And Harlan, we were talking about before we got on the air that Waynesville only has 7 seniors. So they are a young football team, and it's shown its side effects of being a young football team because they've lost some close football games to some teams this year.
Well, last week was not close. No, Rolla scored 67 on him. Here's the onside kick.
Onside kick, it's through the legs, and guess what? Waynesville has the football. So that's 2 weeks in a row where the kicking team has gotten the football against the Zizzers on the kickoff, and Waynesville's going to have it 1st and 10 at the West Plains 39-yard line.
Well, when you're 2-4, you gave up 67 points last week. Why not onside kick?
Why not? And the Zizzer defense is going to have to come play.
Now, last week we gave up the ball on the opening kick on a fumble. This was an onside kick, and it went through the first guy's legs, and then it was about 3 black shirts there.
Number 4 is the quarterback. That's Bishop Godwin. He sets up, flanked by the running back, I think it's number 18, Thomas Plummer. Godwin rolls to the left. He looks to throw in the flat. The man's wide open. Received there by number 25 for the Tigers. That is Josh Bess. And Bess is close to the first down. They're going to mark him out at the 31, so that's a pickup of 8. Brings up a 2nd down and about 1.5 yards.
Jason Lopez made the stop that time, and he was wide open in the left flat, and they picked up a good gain, and now it's 2nd down and short.
2nd and short from the 30.5-yard line. Man goes in motion across the formation. We'll see a lot of that. Quarterback sits and asks for the snap. Another motion man comes across. Quick pitch. They're going to sweep right side. Zizzers are there. Tackle made by number 22 coming up from that cornerback position for the West Plains Zizzer. Yeah, Jesse Hudson read that play well. There's a loss of a half a yard. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and a full 2 to go.
Really good pursuit that time. First guy missed, second guy didn't. Jesse Hudson is a sure tackler.
He did a good job on that one. Tigers looking at a 3rd and 2. They've got their big running back in the backfield now, number 28. That's Bradford, 6'4", 260. Guess what? He's going to take it right up the middle. He's going to be close. They're going to mark him short of it. They're going to mark him at the 30-yard line, and if that's true, it's going to be 4th and a short half yard, and they're going to go for it, I think. Tigers are going to go for it on 4th and a 1 from the Zizzer 30-yard line.
Someone submarined him, hit him around the ankles, and came up short. He is a full yard short of the first down.
They're going to the pistol, and once again, number 28, Bradford, is going to take the direct snap, and the Zizzer is going to bring everybody. Tigers tried to pull the Zizzers offside. Play clock winds down to 6, snap. Bradford's got the first down as he picks up 2 down to the 27-yard line, and it's going to be a first down for the Tigers on the pistol formation. First and 10 for the Tigers from the West Plains 27-yard line after the onside kick was recovered by Waynesville at the 31 or 39. Quarterback Godwin sends everybody out on the formation. He's going to take the snap. He's going to look to throw. He looks left, throws left. It's going to be picked off. We're going to go the other direction. There's going to be 6 right there as nobody's going to catch. Oh, well, as soon as I said that, they did. Picked off by number 18. That is Green, I think, isn't it?
Was it Taken Green?
Taken Green, yes. Picked that off. Takes it all the way back to the Waynesville 23-yard line. Chased down from behind by the quarterback Godwin, but the Zizzers have it first and 10 all the way down to the Waynesville 23.
Well, they just sat back and were just in a zone that time. They threw the ball right to him.
Threw him right to him. He was the receiver.
All he had to do was catch it.
And he did that and took off down the sideline. Godwin saved the touchdown as he caught him from behind. Kinslow in the backfield by himself. Lair out wide left. In motion comes Miller. Miller's touched it first time for now make it 3 games in a row as he's got the handoff. Miller is going to go down near the goal line. Miller's going to go in from 23 yards out, and the Zizzers touch it one time. They've got 6 points on the board.
Just ran right by everybody. He turned it up a notch as he got to the defense down there around the left end and just outran everybody, and so that's the way it starts. 6-0. West Plains in the traveling whites with black pants, black hats. The Tigers all black with the burnt orange numerals and black helmets.
Number 29 for the West Plains Zizzers is not on this roster. That's the freshman kicker, and I forgot his name. Do you have? Is it on that one that you got in front of you?
I will look and see, but
I can't remember his name. Hang on, I've got another roster in my pack. Kick is good. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio. KKDY 102.5.
And there's a flag on the play.
Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at Ozarks Healthcare sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletes for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. Ozarks Healthcare hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine, a proud supporter of Zizzer Athletics.
This testimonial with Mother Nature is brought to you by Butler Heating and Air of West Plains.
With fall here, I will make each day's weather in the Ozarks difficult to forecast. Cold in the morning, blistering in the afternoon. The HVAC servicemen can't keep up, unless, of course, they use BHA.
Butler Heating and Air keeps you comfortable no matter what Mother Nature brings. Call 256-7984 to learn more.
Great, just great.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here. A low line drive kick that rolls around, picked up at the 15-yard line by the Tigers. He gets into the middle of the pack. I can't tell who it was carrying it, but anyway, he's going to be brought down by a host of white jerseys right around the 23-yard line where it's first and 10. And by the way, that was Chase Larson, the freshman, that kicked the extra point. We had to do a little research, but we got it taken care of.
Hayden Bryant on the tackle on the kick return, and now West Plains has Waynesville backed up in their end. So let's see what happens on this series.
1st and 10 for the Tigers from their own 23. Quarterback Godwin in the backfield, flanked by 2 running backs. The big guy, number 28. Like I said, folks, he's 6. They list him at 6'2". Coach Perkins said he's about 6'4", 260. Got to delay a game. The play clock runs to 0-0, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Tigers. So that brings up a 1st and 15 now from about the 18-yard line.
Aiden Holt was faking a blitz, and that caused a little bit of concern, and so they were guilty of the delay game. The defense, barring any changes across the front line, Austin Davis, Hayden Bryant, Miles Foster, Garrett Drown. Also, the linebackers, Quincy Doolittle, Connor Lair, Aiden Holt, and Jason Lopez. In the defensive backfield, Heston Miller, Jesse Hudson, Landon Casey, and that's the lineup.
There's, on the snap, the Zizzer defensive line completely destroyed the offensive line for the Waynesville Tigers. The loss of, well, they're going to mark him back to the 14-yard line, so that's a loss of another 3 yards, and it brings up a 2nd down and about 17, 18 yards to go for the Tigers from their own end of the end zone.
Aiden Holt wasn't bluffing on that first play. He came that time, and he just blew it up.
Quarterback in the backfield, number 4, that is Bishop Godwin. Got a different running back in there. It looks like number 22, Hightower. Snap back. They give it to Hightower. Hightower gets across the 15, maybe to the 16-yard line, and that's not Hightower. But I can't see that number because it's all screeched up. Number 30. That's Eric Richardson. 3rd and long for the Waynesville Tigers from their own 16-yard line. They bring the big guy back in the backfield. Godwin stands 5'9", 140, sophomore or junior quarterback. Zithers fake the blitz. Godwin rolls left, pressure comes. Thrown as he threw the ball. The ball is up in the air, and there to make the play is number 15 for the West Plains Zithers. That's Hayden Cook. Knocked it away, and it's going to be 4th down. Play clock, or the game clock stopped with 8:08 to go, first quarter, and the Tigers going to be forced to punt with the Zithers on top, 7-0.
Connor Lair hit him from behind after he let go of the football, and
I was afraid. I did too. I thought there could be very easily a roughing the passer flag thrown there, but the officials didn't. Punts away. Nobody's back for West Plains, and the ball's going to roll and roll and roll and still rolls down to the 29.5-yard line, where the West Plains Zithers offense will be back on the field 2 times. They've been on the field once for one play. Miller goes 23. Now they're at their own 29.5, and they're going to have their offensive unit back out there again.
So it was just over 50 yards on the punt that time, but, these natural or these artificial fields, there's nothing to slow it down.
Well, and we had nobody back, so there was no one going to stop it. 1st and 10 for the Zithers. They mark it exactly at the 30-yard line. Officials doing a great job of putting it right on a line, so it makes it easy for us guys up here. Kinslow in the backfield by himself. 3 receivers the right side. Lair comes across in motion. Goes back in front of Kinslow, gets the ball on the right hand, goes to the right side. Lair is going to be hit after a gain of about 4. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6 from the 34-yard line on the sweep to the right side.
Darren Teagle made the stop that time, of one of the few seniors they have on this Waynesville defense, and the Zizzers will have a 2nd down play from their own 34.
Waynesville with a 4-man offensive or defensive front. Most teams have gone to a 4-3, 4-2 look anymore. 4 down guys, 2 linebackers, 3 linebackers, depending on who you're playing. Lair in motion again across the formation. Comes back. They're going to fake to him. Kinslow's going to throw. Pressure comes up the middle. Kinslow says, I think I'll take it and run, and he does. Kinslow makes people miss, crosses the 40 to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down for West Plains on basically a scramble by Kinslow.
That was made up as he went. I think he actually did want to throw the ball as he rolled out, but he had a lot of pressure coming from the backside. He picks up 8, and West Plains has a 1st down.
We got 7 minutes exactly to go in the first quarter. Zizzers on top, 7-0. Kinslow in the backfield. 3 receivers to the right side. Lair in the backfield with him. A quick screen out to Miller. Miller catches it. Makes 1 man miss. 2 men miss. Now it's a sprint down the sideline and got caught from behind, and that's all the way down to the Waynesville 31-yard line. So that's about a 25-yard pickup on a 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to mark him at the 32.
About 25 yards inside the 35-yard line.
Yep.
And 2 tacklers missed. That could have been a much shorter game, but he broke it for a good one.
Kinslow in the backfield with Lair. He's looking to throw. No pressure. Now he rolls to the right. Throws it away as the pressure was getting there and nobody was open. It was only a 2-man route. And the Zizzer's not able to complete that one. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Play clock is stopped. 6:32 to go, 1st quarter. Zizzer's on top, 7-zip.
Josh Leeser was the guy he was, I think, wanting to throw the ball to down the right sideline, but he was covered.
Yep, running a deep post, but the Waynesville Tigers were there. And Miller was kind of the, what do you say, safety valve?
Safety valve, yeah, that's what I'd say.
Kinslow in the backfield by himself. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Kinslow steps up. Man in motion. Across the formation. They're going to throw, that's going to be a run because that's a backward pass. And that's picked up there by, is that number 32?
Hunter McCracken.
McCracken? And McCracken goes all the way down to the 26-yard line. So it's a gain of about 6, and it brings up 3rd down and 4 for the West Plains Zizzers from the Tiger 26-yard line. Zizzers in a hurry. Kinslow called for the ball, and guess what? Tigers jump offside as they were bringing some heat. And the heat came too fast, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Offside against Waynesville. 1st down, West Plains.
Granted, we've only run a few plays, but where you have to run the ball right at them.
No, we have run right, we've run left, but we have not run up. Kinslow was the closest thing to run up the middle on the scramble. Kinslow in the backfield by himself. They send 3 receivers to the left side, 2 receivers right, both on the tight end side. There's one right up the middle. Kinslow going to take it on the quarterback, basically keeper. That wasn't any draw whatsoever.
Yeah.
Picks up about 7 all the way down to the 15-yard line, so it'll bring up 2nd down and about 3 to go.
Aiden McFarland, 6'2", 195-pound senior, made the stop for the Tigers that time. And you don't see the bootleg anymore because you got to pretty much line up under center to run that, and nobody does that very
Nobody
much.
lines up under center unless you're on the 1-yard line anymore. 2nd down and 3. Kinslow, quick out pattern. This time it's caught by
Josh Leeser.
Josh Leeser, number 19, and Leeser goes in from 15 yards out, and the Zizzers go on top by a score of 13-0.
It looked like they kind of flooded one side of the field over there, and Leeser was the guy they wanted to throw it to, and he was open and easily gets into the end zone.
Leeser stands 6'6", they say on the program. I think he's taller than that. But anyway, gets a 15-yard pass from Kinslow. And the kick is Larson for the extra point. Zizzers on top, 13. Zizzers on top, 14. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio. KKDY 102.5.
Bailey Chevy would love to serve your transportation needs. Whether you're a Eagle, Zizzer, Tiger, or wherever you call home, Bailey Chevy would love to serve your transportation needs. Come see us at Bailey Chevy, home of the Bailey Factor in beautiful downtown Willow Springs.
Call 469-3111. Bailey team is gonna get it done.
If you see it, you better grab it at the annual fall preview sale at Monty's Outdoors. Stock up on fall favorites from Columbia fleece jackets, hoodies, flannel shirts, and save 20% off. Find the latest styles of Under Armour, Hook, and Life is Good apparel, all at 20% off. Check out the restocked hat wall. Over 400 new hats available. And take a look at all the latest in camo, boots, hunting gear, and accessories. If you see it, you better grab it at the annual fall preview sale at Monty's Outdoors in West Plains.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson and set to kick off for the West Plains Zizzers, number 16, Brandon Wall. And Wall steps into this one, and it's another line drive. It hits about the 30-yard line, takes a big hop, picked up by the Waynesville deep back, number two for the Waynesville Tigers. That is Brian Castro. and Castro did a pretty good job. Takes it all the way out to about the 35, 36-yard line.
I think they thought he was going to step out of bounds. Yeah, kind of tiptoed and tap danced and then decided to run, and I think we were kind of surprised. But they have decent field position here to start this drive.
They're at the 34, where it's 1st and 10, 5:11 to go, first quarter. West Plains on top, 14-0. They've had the ball 2 times, scored both times. The Tigers in the shotgun formation. Quarterback, number 4, Godwin. Going to look to run the option. No, and that's not an option. That's a straight handoff to the big running back. And the West Plains defensive line has spent most of their time behind the Waynesville line because they're back there before the quarterback has much chance to do anything with it.
Austin Davis made the stop that time. He read that play on the left end and just got rid of his blocker and was able to make the play.
Second down and 11. Snap back, rolls to the left side. Good contained by the Zizzer defense. Throws it way up in the air. This is going to be caught.
Are you kidding?
We had 3 guys there, and the Waynesville guy catches it. Caught there by Brian Castro all the way down to the West Plains 36-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
That wasn't a throw so much as it was a shot put.
Yeah, that was a Hail Mary with 4:32 to go in the first quarter, and the only guy that could catch it from Waynesville did. Went up and caught it, and the Zizzers couldn't knock it down or get it close to it. 1st and 10 at the 36. Godwin going to throw it down the middle. Over the middle it is. It's going to be caught. No, incomplete, they say. The ball was intended there for Thomas Plummer, the wide receiver, number 18. It falls incomplete, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the Zizzer 36-yard line. And if you're a defensive back coach over on the far sideline, you got to be asking yourself, how did that happen?
Well, a couple was getting burned a couple of times last week, and then you got that. That's kind of a source of concern. But it's Jesse Hudson on the coverage that time. It's 2nd down and long.
2nd down and 11, or 2nd down and 10, after the incompletion. Godwin calls for the ball. Going to throw. Pressure up the middle. Nobody gets there, but throw and catch made easy quickly. Nice tackle made on the far sideline by number 18. That's Green, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 6 to go for the Tigers from the West Plains 32-yard line. It's 4 down territory.
This got to be one of the youngest teams that West Plains has played this season. I mean, when you have 9 seniors, that's not very many.
Was it 9 or 7?
7. I'm
7 seniors, yeah. They had 9 senior cheerleaders. 3rd down and 6. In the backfield, number 32. That's Asa. Man in motion across the formation. They fake to him. They give to Asa. Asa gets maybe a yard and met by a host of tacklers, led there by number 12. That's Hayden Bryant on that defensive line. And now it's 4th and 5 for the Tigers. And when you're 2 and 4 and you got 2 games left in the regular season, you're probably going to go for it. And they are.
Garrett Drown helped on the stop, but Hayden Bryant was the first guy to make contact. And, boy, has he played well, given more chances to play. He has really played well on the defensive line.
4th and 5. Godwin in the backfield. Look for a pass out here to the right side. They got 3 wide receivers. Pressure comes from the outside. Throws it over the middle. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be enough for a 1st down as the Zizzers got there as the ball was caught. But they're going to mark him down to the 24-yard line, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Waynesville.
Well, pretty good pressure, but a good job of getting open in the secondary and getting just enough for the 1st down by probably a couple yards.
Tigers go to number 4 back in the lineup at the quarterback position. They've gone to the pistol a couple of times. They're going to go with an empty backfield. 4 wide receivers to the wide side of the field. And we got an illegal procedure, I do believe, as the right tackle moved with the first sound, jumped off, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, I think, against the Tigers. It is dead ball, illegal procedure. So that's going to make it 1st and 15 from about the 29-yard line. 2:23 to go, first quarter, 14-0. Zizzers on top, and don't forget, folks, you can listen to us, but you can also watch the game on the KKDY website. Right, Jim, am I close? All right, he's nodding his head.
OzarkRadioNews.com.
Snap back. Godwin looks down the left side, throws it in the flat, and it's way over the head of everybody. Thank God it was, because it looked like number 18, once again, Green, was there to make the interception, but the ball went over everybody's head, and it's now 2nd down and 15.
Well, they haven't shown they can run the football yet. Clock stopped at 2:09, so they're going to be probably looking to throw the ball downfield, because they probably saw Parkview have some success doing that last week.
Yes, Parkview had a couple of big plays last week against the Zizzers defense. But Parkview had some athletes. So does Waynesville. 2nd down, motion man across the formation. They fake to him. It's an inside run, and it crosses the 25 down to the 23. So that's a pickup of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 9. The ball was carried there by number 30, and that is Eric Richardson. He's the one that's going to carry that Coach Perkins was talking about. They should give him the ball 20 times. He carries it about 12. They got both running backs in the backfield, no quarterback on the field at the current time. And Richardson is going to take the direct snap. That doesn't mean he won't throw it.
There's some definite confusion on the Waynesville
Yes,
side.
there is. And the play clock's down to 4. They take a timeout. We'll be back in a minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Current Incorporated is searching for highly motivated individuals to join their growing company. They're looking to hire people for electrical, HVAC, and sales, and they're willing to train the right candidate even if you don't have experience in these fields. So if you're looking for a new career, contact Current Incorporated today. Current Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Real fast service right to your door. Call 257-0504. 257-0504.
At Lynch Equipment, we believe our word is as good as dirt, because to us, dirt is as good as it gets. Hi, this is Riley Brown at Lynch Equipment, and we want you to know that Coyote Tractors offer an industry-leading 6-year unlimited hour warranty on select tractors, so you can dig, mow, and haul until the cows follow you home. Day after day, year after year. Lynch Equipment and Coyote, we dig dirt. Stop in and see my parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lynch Equipment in West Plains. Coyote, because we dig dirt.
6-year warranty for non-commercial resident use only on specific Coyote models registered during promotional period. See Lynch Equipment in West Plains, your authorized Coyote tractor dealer for details.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
3rd down and 9, direct snap to Richardson. Richardson up the middle, crosses the 20-yard line down to about the 19. So let's give him 5 on the carry. That's going to bring up a 4th down and right at 5 to go for the Waynesville Tigers, who trail 14-0 with less than a minute 10 to go here in quarter number 1. Back in the ball game is number 4, the quarterback. So I'm guessing they're going to try to throw the ball out here to number 2. Except number 2's not in the game.
Well, this would be a good play if you're coming up with a play for this particular situation. A screen pass, yes, would be a really good call here.
There's only with 3 down linemen. Let's see if they bring any outside linebackers. Snap back, 4-man rush, nobody's there. Throws up in the air, and that ball is picked off. And he can Cook. Cook runs out of bounds at the 14-yard line, so Cook caught that wounded duck, literally wounded duck, and brings it back to the 14, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the West Plains Zizzers.
Mom stood up and clapped. Dad just sat there.
And they're watching. Oh, they're across the field, aren't they?
Across the field.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I picked them out early on.
You found them early.
I waited.
1st and 10, West Plains at their own 14-yard line. Kinslow in the backfield by himself. Lair and Miller and Hafer come wide left. Lair goes in motion. Kinslow's going to throw it. Throws it down the sideline, and he's picked off. Underthrew the ball intended for Leeser, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers.
Now that was a forced throw there because he was covered. Good man-to-man coverage downfield, and the ball was underthrown.
Underthrown, that was a big key right there. He underthrew that ball, and the Tigers have it now 1st and 10 at the Waynesville 35. So the Zizzers offense turns it over on the interception, and Waynesville's offense is back on the field trailing 14-0 with 27 seconds to go here in quarter number 1.
We have not tested them running the ball right at him. I know that's something I just beat that.
We've had one run by Kinslow up the middle
with a stick, but why not utilize your offensive line and just run right at them and use your strength?
Tigers go to an unusual T formation. Ball's carried there by number 15. That is Chestnut. Chestnut picks up nothing. In fact, may lose. Now they're going to mark him at the line of scrimmage, so no gain. And it's second down and 10 from the West Plains 35.
And you know, Paul, if you run the ball and run it well, it makes throwing the ball
a lot easier. Yes. Yes. That it does.
I heard that somewhere.
End of the first quarter. We'll be back. Zizzers on top, 14-0 in 1 minute here on the radio. KKD 102.5.
Hawkins Home and Lawn.
Whether it's routine tree care or timber harvesting, Husqvarna chainsaws set the standard in outdoor power equipment and are trusted by professionals around the world. Featuring air-injected, low-vibration handles, powerful X-Torque engines, Husqvarna chainsaws deliver the performance, comfort, and precision cutting you need to get the job done quickly and safely. For every job in any environment, stop in and see us today. We have the Husqvarna chainsaws that will work as hard as you do.
Now's the time to get a deal on select Kubota tractors rated #1 in dependability and easy operation at Edgeler and Harper Farm Equipment. Your Kubota dealer right now. Put 0 down and get 0 APR for 84 months, plus save up to $1,400 at Edgeler and Harper. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Hi, this is John Edgeler. Remember, we are two names you can trust, Edgeler and Harper and Kubota, West Plains and Mountain Grove.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson. It's second down and 10 from the Zizzer 35-yard line. Tigers in a three-man set. T formation. Snap back to the quarterback who pitches it on the ground. It's going to be kicked around and going to be finally picked up there by number 10 who tried to run with Ethan Smith. And he drops about, what do you say, about 10?
Close to 10 yards.
About 9. They're going to mark it and look like 10 to me, but the officials put it on the 44, so it's going to bring up third down and 19 to go for the Tigers.
Jason Lopez was after him. Boy, I mean, that was close. Nearly a fumble recovery, but now the Tigers have got their backs up against it now on third and long.
Quarterback in the game again. That's number 4, Godwin. Godwin's back there by himself. Look for the throw down the right side. He looks left. He goes right. Pressure comes. He's going to get out of it. He's going to toss it. He's going to toss it down the middle of the field. Catch made there by number 17, and then we do get a late hit on the quarterback after he released the ball, and that's going to give them 15 more and make it real close to a 1st and 10.
Jason Lopez on the stop. But as Paul says, we get our first hanky of the night, and we don't get 5-yard penalties, do we?
We get them in bunches.
We get them by the 10 and 15-yard variety, and this one's going to be a major penalty, it looks like.
Yeah, it was a late hit on the quarterback after he released the ball. Personal foul, roughing the passer. That'll be a 15-yard penalty, and that'll be enough for a Waynesville first down all the way inside the 25-yard. Oh, just 10 yards. Nope, now they're saying it's 15.
If it's a personal foul, they're going to go to the full 15, and that will give Waynesville an opportunity here inside the West Plains 25-yard line.
Ball marked all the way down at the 22, so a major turn of events right there with the penalty of roughing the passer after the ball was thrown. Zizzers get clocked, and it's now 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the Zizzer 22-yard line. Zizzers line up with down linemen, 4 linebackers, 4 defensive backs. Snap back, and hand off up the middle up to the big guy, number 28. That's Bradford. Bradford picks up maybe 2 as he gets to the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up a second down and 8 at the 20-yard line. And the Tigers, we never know what they're going to be, and they substitute 3 or 4 people after every play.
Garrett Drown on the stop that time on the bottom of the pile, and a good job defensively, making it second down and long now, and here they come.
Richardson at quarterback. Tried to draw the Zizzers offside, but they didn't move. And I should say quarterback, he's in the shotgun. Running back goes in motion. Richardson takes it. Inside handoff, bounces to the outside. Nice play made by number 9. That is for the West Plains Zizzers. That's Hayden Holt. And Holt made a nice shoestring tackle for a loss of 2 back to the 22-yard line, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10.
That misdirection play kind of got fouled up because of Connor Lair, who makes the stop. But on the far side of the field, he was able to penetrate and had to cause some confusion there. And so that play didn't really go the way they wanted.
Godwin's back in the ball game, so expect a throw. Steps back, pressure comes, throws it down the left sideline. It's going to be in and out of the hands of the wide receiver. There to make the play, number 22 for the West Plains Zizzers. That's Jesse Hudson, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 9 now for the Tigers from their own 22, or from the Zizzer 22-yard line.
They're not bashful about throwing the football.
No, they're not.
Say that about them.
Tigers have the quarterback back in the ball game. They also got the big man in there, number 28, Bradford. And it's 4th down and 9. Zizzer defense needs to step up here. Zizzer's with 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 4 defensive backs. Godwin throws it down the left side, tosses it up in the air. It's going to be out of bounds, incomplete. And the man was wide open, but the ball was thrown out of bounds, and he couldn't get to it and stay in bounds, and it's now a 1st and 10 for the West Plains Zizzers from their own 22-yard line.
Well, he got behind people, didn't he?
He was wide open.
That ball had too much air underneath it.
Yes.
But otherwise, that was a potential score right there.
Yes. Zizzers escaped the touchdown, and they have the ball 1st and 10 actually at the 21-yard line. We've got 9:20 to go until halftime. Zizzers on top 14-0.
And Waynesville's held on to the football a little bit longer than you might have imagined, at least so far in this football game. But West Plains has turned it over once, scored twice.
Zizzers come out, white uniforms, black pants, black helmets. Kinslow in the backfield calls for the ball. He's going to keep it right up the middle. Kinslow into the secondary. Tried to jump to the outside, try to make a man miss, didn't. And he picks up 5, and it's going to be 2nd down and 5 to go.
And now a flag down on the far side of the field. It just came down way after the play was over.
And Coach Perkins is not happy about something. Let's see what we got. We got a dead ball. Oh, sideline penalty.
Well, it's got to be a warning.
That's a warning. Yeah, that's a warning. The only people that can be in the white are the coaching staff, and they said Perkins was on the field. 2nd down and 5 from the 26. Kinslow in the backfield with Lair. Calls for the ball. Hands off to Lair, left side. Lair right up the middle, still running. Lair gets I thought he was going to break. He gets to the 35. But that's a gain of 10. That's a Zizzer 1st down.
10 yards, the carry's pretty good.
Yeah, 10 yards every time you touch it. That'd work. Take about 6 handoffs to get to the end zone.
Wouldn't take very long.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. That's the 2nd time, actually 3rd time we've run up the middle. Kinslow twice, Lair once. In the backfield this time, it's not. That's Miller, isn't it? 23?
Yes,
yeah.
Miller.
Miller back there with Kinslow. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Man in motion across the formation. That's McCracken. Kinslow hands off to Miller, sweeps left side, gets to the perimeter, picks up about 6, out to the 42-yard line. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and about 4 to go for the West Plains Zizzer offense. They lead 14-0 with 8:12 to go here in quarter number 1.
They ran left that time. Jalen James kind of helped lead the way over on that end of the field, and Hafer was over there on the blocking too. Really good play and good blocking by West Plains.
Hafer, left side receiver. He wears number 13. He hadn't touched it yet. Kinslow in the backfield. They send Miller in motion. They're going to look to throw to Miller, and then they're going to look to the other side. They throw it out here to Leeser. Leeser, the big guy, gets across the 50, right at the 50, and that's enough for another West Plains 1st down as the big man picks up about 12, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 for West Plains. He makes a nice target, 6'6", and he wears 19, so you can throw it right between the 1 and the 9.
Yep.
Ball at the 50-yard line, 7:30 to go, 1st half. West Plains on top, 14-zip. Magnus Sanders at center. Motion man is Miller. They fake to Miller. Kinslow's going to get, he tossed it to Miller over his shoulder. Miller across the 45. Miller to the 43-yard line, and talk about an improv play. Kinslow was about to lose 20, tossed it over the head of the defensive man to Miller. Miller catches it and picks up 7, brings up 2nd down and 3.
It looked like a backward option. It looked like one of those Mahomes throws.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Luckily, it didn't go into the hands of the Tigers, and they go the other way 60 yards for a touchdown.
That could have been about a 10-yard loss, but it turned into about a 7-yard gain.
Yep. 2nd down and 3. The ball at the Tiger 43-yard line. Kinslow, Lair in the backfield.
Perkins over there laughing about that last play.
Kinslow rolls right. Pressure comes. Throws it across the middle. Caught by Hafer, and Hafer hit hard, but he picks up another West Plains 1st down. Nice throw there by Kinslow across his body, which you're supposed to do, fellas, but you accomplished it that time as Hafer caught it over the middle for a 1st down.
So West Plains is on the march, and they're down to the 28. We still have 6:27 to go here in the first half. Not as much scoring as we thought, at least so far.
Not yet. Listen. Inside handoff, they sweep left side. Lair's got 2 in front of him, cuts it back against the grain. He's going to go down at about the 21-yard line. So that's a pickup of another 7 yards. And Harlan, we didn't get 10, but would you take 6 and 7 every time?
Yep, Blake Reed and Cole Easley led that play around the left end, and that's one thing that Connor is really good at. The good running backs know you need to slow down and let your blocking develop. Yep.
Yes. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left side. Kinslow calls for the ball, takes the handoff. Quick slant inside to Miller. Miller catches it at the 15, tackled immediately, but guess what? That's enough for a Zizzer. 1st down.
You know, it's a good thing that I'm not a coach, and Connor Lair didn't play 30 years ago, because that lad would run it about 30 times a night. I guarantee.
Well, that's what
the game has changed.
It has changed, yeah. It has changed. And he plays both ways, plays defense too. And he's 18 years old. 2 receivers left side. Kinslow hands it to Lair up the left side. He gets behind his blockers, puts his head down. He's going to go in for the touchdown. Connor Lair from 15 yards out, and it's a Zizzer lead of 20-0 with 5:11 to go here in quarter number 2.
And that's why.
That's why you're going to give it to him 30 times.
Make that 35.
Make that 35 times.
He is something else.
He does a good job,
but really good blocking up front.
Yeah, there wasn't anybody touching until he got to the 5. Larson to kick the extra point. It's down, it's up, it is good. It's 21-0. We'll be back in a minute. Here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
At Lynch Equipment, we believe our word is as good as dirt, because to us, dirt is as good as it gets. Hi, this is Riley Brown at Lynch Equipment, and we want you to know that Coyote Tractors offer an industry-leading 6-year unlimited hour warranty on select tractors, so you can dig, mow, and haul until the cows follow you home. Day after day, year after year. Lynch Equipment and Coyote, we dig dirt. Stop in and see my parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lynch Equipment in West Plains. Coyote, because we dig dirt.
6-year warranty for non-commercial resident use only on specific Coyote models registered during promotional period. See Lynch Equipment in West Plains, your authorized Coyote Tractor dealer for details.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you.
HirschEquipment.com. This is a game changer for anyone looking for equipment. That's because all of Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply's equipment inventory is now listed on one site. You can find tractors, lawn equipment, trailers, livestock equipment, pre-owned inventory, and more. In fact, you can go to the site and get a quote and get the value of your trade. Now, there's no reason to put it off. Get what you need today with the help of HirschEquipment.com.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson. Wall set to kick it off. The Zizzers on top, 21-0, 5:11 to go, first half.
We'll have some scores from around the area here as we go.
Wall kicks this one high enough that it's going to be fielded on the fly. Uh-oh. Bye-bye. Waynesville across the 50. Caught from behind by number 7. A nice play there by McGinley. Or number 32 goes the distance as he caught the ball right at the 15-yard line, takes it all the way back to the West Plains 42, where McGinley chased him down in his 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers.
You know, that was well, like Paul said, that was very close to going all the way. That was just straight up up the field running. No juking, no jiving. I mean, straight ahead.
That was Asa that made a nice return there. Tigers have the ball down 21-0. Quarterback in the ball game, that's Godwin. Godwin's going to take the snap. He's going to option. Right side, no. The big man up the middle, the fullback, actually picked up 6-7 yards on the straight handoff up the middle, and it's going to bring up a second down and about 3.5 to go.
At the end of the first quarter, Ava's beating Kabul 21-7, and we'll have some more scores trickling in here as we go. Branson and Joplin are tied at 6-6 in the second quarter. I kind of find that hard to believe.
No kidding. Joplin's kind of hit the skid a little bit. Second down and 3 to go from the 36. Inside fake. They give it to the big man up the middle, and this time he's hit at the line of scrimmage and got out of that. He gets all the way down to the 30-yard line, so he picks up 6 on the play and gives the Tigers a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Waynesville running the ball right up the middle here.
There is possibility we could see Carl Junction in the postseason in the districts.
Yep.
Nixa, who beat Webb City last week, is tied with Carl Junction, second quarter, 7-7.
CJ's pretty good football team that have had 3 losses or 4 losses already. Waynesville, 1st and 10 from the Zizzer, 30-yard line. They give it to a quick pitch to the right side. Zizzers are there to make the nice play made by the outside cornerback, number 19 for the West Plains Zizzers. Or yes, that's Leeser. No, it's not. That was Tegan Green making the tackle, number 18. Come up from his cornerback position, threw the man out of bounds. No gain on the play. It's second down and 10 from the 30-yard line.
Let me see. Are you sitting down? I think you're sitting down.
I am.
Second quarter, 7 minutes to go in the half. Rolla is beating Lebanon 14-6.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. But that's another one of those rivalry games. They've been playing each other for years. Pass down the sideline and is incomplete. Godwin threw it down the sideline, intended for the wide receiver, number 2. That is Castro. Castro had his hands on it, but it goes out of him, and it's going to bring up a third down. And once again, Harlan, Zizzers were caught deep.
You've got to think. I mean, after last week and what we've seen so far this we've got a secondary issue, especially on deep balls, and that all he had to do was hang on to it. I mean, he had his guy beat. Should have been a touchdown.
Godwin's going to throw. No, it's a handoff. We got a hold, and we have a 3-yard loss, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and 13, or do you take the penalty and make it 3rd down and 20?
I would just take the play and force 4th down.
Well, that's what I think I would do, too. The official holding against Waynesville. The flag is at the 35-yard line, so it'd be 10 yards from there. Everybody on the Zizzer sideline is waving decline, so that's going to bring up a 4th down. And about 13, Waynesville has the ball with 3:08 to go in the first half. West Plains on top, 21-0. It's not been a real clean ball game, Harlan. It's kind of Waynesville's had some opportunities, especially with the deep ball. And, of course, the Zizzers lost the onside kick to start things. Didn't start out very well. 3rd down and 14. Ball to 35. They got to get to the 22 for a 1st and 10. Godwin going to throw. Pressure comes from the outside. Oh, he was hit just as he threw the ball. And what a shot. Set on there by number 36 for the West Plains Zizzers. Jason Lopez, nobody between him and the quarterback, and Godwin gets up and walks to the sideline thinking, somebody needs to block him.
That hurt me. I mean, that
was a shot.
That was solid.
Yes, but it's a 4th down. Zizzers get it 1st and 10. Got 2:39 to go the distance here. Put more points on the board before the end of the first half. Lopez came out of nowhere, literally shot out of a cannon, and put the hit on Godwin, and the ball fell definitely incomplete. 1st and 10 West Plains. Miller in motion across the formation. Kinslow calls for the ball. Looks left, looks right. Throws it to there, and there's nobody there. There's one man he's got to beat, and he did. Now let's see what happens. We're going to go touchdown, West Plains, a 65-yard throw and catch for the West Plains Zizzers. So the West Plains Zizzers take advantage of the fourth down turnover and go 65 yards on the very first play, and they go up in front by a total of 21-0 with the extra point to come.
I don't know what defense they were in, but it was the wrong one. Because when they completed that screen, we looked out there ahead of him. It looked like an area as big as one of those Kansas wheat fields. There's nothing. I mean, nothing. And one guy had a chance and missed it, and it was
gone.
27.
Extra points good by Larson. We got a 28-0 ball game. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Free feels good, especially when it's checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company. And when we say free, mean free. Free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and a free Zizzer debit card that gives back to the school with each purchase retailer. But wait, there's more. Get a free gift just for opening a new account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View details at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
In the world today, love begins in the heart of the home. For the love of cabinets, the Mayfields would love to make your dreams a reality, where functionality and creativity meets authenticity. Allow Troy and I to help transform your kitchen and bathrooms with quality custom-built cabinetry, and let the love in your home shine. Follow us on Facebook, give us a call, check out our website, fortheloveofcabinets.com. With over 20-plus years of experience, we are blessed to bring our love of homes to West Plains. Go Zizzers!
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson. The West Plains Zizzers attempted an onside kick on the kickoff, leading 28-0. The ball went through about four different pairs of hands, goes out of bounds, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers at their own 45-yard line.
But that was really well done by Braden Wall.
Yeah, he did a good job. That was nicely done. And Zizzers had a couple of chances. So did Waynesville to get on the ball, and nobody could field it. It goes out of bounds. 1st and 10 Waynesville with 2:23 to go in the first half, and the Zizzers lead 28-0. Tigers come out with three wide receivers left side. Snap. Godwin's going to throw. He looks to the left. He throws to the left. The ball bounces around, hit in front of him, not able to catch it, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. And the West Plains defense had the deep ball well covered that time.
Yeah, the deep ball they didn't have wide
open. Strong safety must have come up or went back when he was supposed to come up. 2nd down and 10. Zizzer's defense, 4 linemen. Pressure comes, throws in the flat to, I think that's number Richardson, number 30. He picks up about 2 as the Zizzer defense gets there in a hurry, and it brings up a 3rd down and 8. And the Zizzers take time out with 2:10 to go. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
The Dream Factory of South Central Missouri and Northern Arkansas are making dreams come true for critically and chronically ill children. Our local Dream Factory needs your help. If you would like to make a donation or know a child that is chronically ill in our area that we can help make their dream come true, please call 417-255-5615. This is a not-for-profit organization.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson. We got 2:13 to go in the first half. The Zizzers lead 28-0. Coach Perkins took the timeout. And Harlan, we were kind of talking about there in the break. They're wanting to get another score on before the end of the first half.
Starts the second half with the turbo clock on. That looks to be the a point of attack here.
Zizzers come out defensively with 3 down linemen. Waynesville 4 receivers to the right side of the field. That's the wide side. Godwin looks that way, throws it out there in the flat. We're going to have a flag on the play. There's going to be a holding, and there's going to be no gain on the play. And what's nice about that is the clock stops because of the penalty. And let's see if it's going to be a hold against the Tigers.
Tristan Clark was held by 2 different people, so it's got to be a holding penalty on Waynesville.
And it is a hold against Waynesville. So do you decline that one and take the play, which picked up no yards, or do you take the penalty and bring up 2nd down and 20?
It's a good question.
They're going to decline it. So it's 3rd down, 9 to go, 2:05 to go in the half, and the Tigers have the football at their own 44-yard line, 46-yard line, excuse me. Oh, okay. Third down. Tigers run in a bunch of people, and they're going to bring in the big man. And the play clock's at 11. Now they did put up fourth down. Oh, lost a down. And the ball goes punted out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So, Harlan, the Zizzers played it right. They're going to have about 2 minutes to go about 65 or 55 yards to put more points on the board.
And that's plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
We went 65 yards a while ago in about, 10 seconds?
10 seconds on the throw and catch. Ball's marked at the 45, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the West Plains Zizzer offense. They come to the field with a 28-0 lead here in Waynesville against the Tigers. Kinslow at quarterback. Miller's in the backfield. Right behind him. Wide left is Lair. Wide right, Leeser. Kinslow throws it to Miller down the left side in front of the Zizzer bench. He's going to be tackled right at the 50-yard line, knocked out of bounds. That should stop the clock. It does with 1:51 to go in the half. Ball's at the 50-yard line, so that's a pickup of 5 and brings up 2nd down and 5 for the West Plains Zizzers. And they started the clock, so he must not have gone out of bounds. I didn't know I thought he gave the ready for play motion rather than started. 1:39 to go in the half. Zizzers up 28-zip. Kinslow looks right, looks left, throws it left. Right over the middle is Miller. Miller makes a man miss. Miller tries to get to the sideline, can't do it. He gets down to the 35, so that's a pickup of 20 on the play, and it's another West Plains first down. Stops the clock, 1:26 to go. Zizzers quickly get to the line of scrimmage as Kinslow lines them up. McCracken goes left, along with Hafer and Lair across the formation. You think they're going to throw. Kinslow is. Pressure comes, rolls to the left. Kinslow gets away. Kinslow tripped up at the 30-yard line, going to go down at the 33, so that's a pickup of 7, but more importantly, the Zizzers take time because they want to stop the clock with 1:05. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Driving in the fall and winter months can be challenging. You never know what Mother Nature will bring each day. Make sure your tires have plenty of tread. Give Wilbanks Tire a chance to sell you a new set of tires. Once you buy a set of tires from Wilbanks Tire, you can come in anytime for free tire rotation for the life of your tires. So once a customer of Wilbanks Tire, you will always be a customer of Wilbanks Tire. Wilbanks Tire, 201 West 2nd Street in West Plains.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hudson. The Zizzers have the ball. 2nd down and 3. It's at the Waynesville 28-yard line. More importantly, there's 1:05 to go in the first half. And if I'm not mistaken, the Zizzers have 1 timeout left. Waynesville has 2, but you don't think they'll be using any of theirs.
You wouldn't think so. So the last score we had, Paul, you asked, Rolla leading Lebanon 14-6, 7 minutes to go in the first half of their football game.
Kinslow back to throw. Pressure comes, gets out of there, steps out of bounds around the 15-yard line. So the pressure came, he escaped that, goes out of bounds at the 15-yard line where it's another West Plains first down, and there's still 58 seconds to go here in the half.
This is a really good chance to work on your 2-minute offense here. You find yourself, like the Lebanon game, that could come in pretty handy.
Lair goes in motion. They fake to him. They throw it out to Miller. Miller, what a move! Miller goes 15 yards into the. That wasn't Miller. That's Hafer. 13 instead of 23, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's Hafer. Made the catch, made a man miss. Goes in from 15 yards out, and the Zizzers now lead 34-0.
Jalen James pancaked 2 players out on the left edge there to pop that play as that pass went into as that play went into the end zone. What a blocking job by Jalen James.
Larson to kick the extra point. They say it's good. We got a 35-0 ball game, 51 seconds to go, and we'll be back in a minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
West Plains Propane at the corner of Lincoln Avenue and Broadway is always ready to help you out. No one ever described an inviting home as cold and cozy, and West Plains Propane will make sure it never does. Wherever you are in West Plains and surrounding area, give us a call and we'll help you out. Call us at 417-256-3470 for a free estimate. West Plains Propane, making sure our customers are our warmest friends.
You may not need an electrician every day, but when you do, choose SRS Electric in West Plains. Sean and his crew at SRS Electric will get the job done. They're dependable, reliable, and honest. Whether you need a new house wired, you need new light fixtures installed, or just simple repairs, remember SRS Electric. Find out why people recommend SRS Electric in West Plains. Find them on Facebook or call 274-0787.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hudson. Once again, the kick comes down to the 10-yard line, picked up there by number 32. That's Asa, who had a good return last time, this time not as big, as he gets to the 25, where it's 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers.
And that time, Garrett Drown played on special teams, made a really good open field tackle to stop the play, and it's going to be up to Waynesville, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just didn't try to run the clock out here.
Well, you would think so. They're sending their quarterback out there, number 4. Godwin has thrown some good ones. He's also thrown some ducks.
I was looking, he is actually a sophomore.
Yes. 5'9", 140. Tigers snap. They're going to throw the ball down the field. Goes to the right side, in and out of the hands of the wide receiver, number 30 for the Tigers. That was Richardson. Had it in his hands, falls incomplete, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Clock stops. 41 seconds to go here in the first half. Big Jim's moving his cameras around. Ball to 30 or 25-yard line. Clock stopped with 41 seconds to go in the half. There's 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers, 4 defensive backs. Let's see if they bring any outside pressure. Just 3 rushers. Throw out in the flat, caught by number 3, hit immediately as Rigstedt is hit immediately, and the Tigers take time out. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Outpost Motorsports in downtown West Plains has side-by-sides in stock ready for your next adventure, your hunting trip, or to work around the farm. See the High Sun Sector 550, perfect for work or play. High Sun Sector comes standard with top windshield and winch. Stop by Outpost Motorsports next to the Civic Center and check out a full line of side-by-sides in stock now. Check them out online at outpostmotorsports.com.
If you or a family member has trouble with mobility, Ozarks Healthcare Medical Equipment can help. They now sell and install stair lifts in homes. It is vital for you and your family to be safe and comfortable, which is why they install a premium stair lift that has been specifically designed with your comfort and needs in mind. This is just another comfort value for you from Ozarks Healthcare Medical Equipment, formerly Home, at 1703 West 8th Street in West Plains. Welcome home.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hudson, 3rd down and 4. Waynesville down the middle. He throws a deep pass. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Cook. Cook's got it. He's across the 50. Cook runs into the Waynesville into the field, down to the 42-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 West Plains with 19 seconds to go in the half. Cook ran right underneath that one like he was a center fielder, and he made the interception.
I told Paul during the timeout, I said, I want you to watch how much depth Hayden Cook gets on this. He turned his back to the line
and was spreading.
Yeah.
And he was there to make the play. 1st and 10 for the West Plains Zizzers. The ball at the 43-yard line. And I'll bet you that we got 2 plays here to try to score. Kinslow in the backfield by himself. Lair comes in motion, stands right next to him. Kinslow looks to throw. They're going to throw the screen pass to Lair, and Lair was smart not to catch that one because Waynesville thought they were going to throw that one too. There was a lot of black jerseys around there that time, and it's going to bring 2nd down and 10 with 15 seconds to go here in the half. They're wide to the left side, Hafer wide left. Way out here in front of us is Miller. Zizzer in the slot. Kinslow back there by himself. Sanders snaps. No pressure. Throws it over the middle. Going to be in and out of the hands intended there. I think that was for McCracken. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 10 to go from still the 42-yard line with 10 seconds to go here in the half.
But you still got, if you can complete a play here, call timeout, you got 2 cracks at it.
Yep. We still got 1 timeout left. 3rd down and 10. 10 seconds to go in the first half. Zizzer's on top, 35-zip.
Or the hook and ladder.
Kinslow throws it over the middle. And it's out of the hands of Miller, and it falls incomplete. So with 5 seconds to go, the Zizzers will most likely go for it on 4th down, thinking that nothing bad can happen.
Throw it as far as you can. Well, he doesn't have to throw it as far as he can. He can get it there pretty easy.
Get it to one of the guys and let them run as far as they can. 4th down and 10. McCracken comes into the backfield. Kinslow looks down the middle. Throws it straight up in the air. It's caught by Miller, and he's going to be tackled at the 20-yard line, and that's the end of the first half as Miller catches the Hail Mary, but wasn't close to the end zone, and it's going to be a 35-0 halftime lead for the West Plains Zizzers. We'll be back in 2 minutes for the Hurst Farm Supply halftime. Hurst Farm Supply halftime here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Hey, this is Damon with TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our West Plains Zizzers. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of all parts for all models of all trucks and trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt online at tlgtrucks.com or find us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
Wiles Title would love to thank all of our customers and the community for 50 years of choosing us.
Hi, I'm Dennis Helmick. I'm a real estate investor and real estate attorney from Seattle, Washington. I highly recommend Wiles Title. We've done over 15 transactions very successfully. Professionalism and pleasantness is really what characterizes their service.
Wiles Title, located on the square, downtown West Plains, celebrating their 50th year in business. It's your choice. Make the right choice and choose Wiles Title.
Hey, bro, check this out. Whoa! I know, dude. It's this Pepsi Wild Cherry, man.
Here, hand me one. I gotta try it.
Whoa, see, man. I told you. Here. Last one for good measure.
Uh-oh.
Dude, that was Mr. Flanagan's mailbox.
Let's bail.
Okay.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Explosively cherry. Pepsi Wild Cherry will not actually blow things up, but will cause an explosion of flavor in your mouth. Now offering Pepsi multi-packs at participating locations.
The sun is coming up in the Ozarks, and what better way to make your day than by eating at the famous Ozark Cafe. Ozark Cafe serves some of the best home cooking in the Ozarks. It's all there for you with a menu that includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with breakfast served anytime. New hours are 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. closed on Sundays. Ozark Cafe at 662 Missouri Avenue in West Plains. Make your day at the Ozark Cafe.
256-7628. Write it down. Program it in your phone. Just make sure you have it handy. That is the number to J&J Recovering and Towing. Make sure that is your first call when you break down or have an accident. They will answer the phone no matter what time, 24/7, and they will get there fast. J&J Recovering and Towing will take it to the destination of your choosing. So for fast, reliable towing, call J&J Recovering and Towing, 256-7628.
When you think anything for the office, think Bureau. From furnishings for the whole office, janitorial supplies, pens, paper, supplies, and more, think Bureau. See Reed and the crew for anything you need for the office, and they will deliver as well. Bureau is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, just off the square on West Plains, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week online at thinkbureau.com. That's thinkbureau.com.
Fall is here. Football all weekend long. The end of the baseball regular season and the push for the World Series. Get the best seat in the house for all of it at Brown Furniture and Appliance in downtown West Plains. Brown's had just received a new shipment of Ashley and Lazy Boy recliners, so they're sure to have the perfect recliner for you to watch the game. Get 24 months zero-interest financing with approved credit. Check out all the fall decor while you're there. Brown Furniture and Appliance, growing with the Ozarks since 1949.
It's where to go and buy your car. Great service and best price by far. In West Plains Mo, it's where we are. Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet in West Plains.
I'm Taylor Grubaugh, and when I was a young boy, I always dreamed of being a Chevrolet dealer. Now that dream is a reality here in West Plains, and I look forward to being able to continue to serve the community as your local Chevrolet Buick GMC dealer.
Find new roads at Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet Buick and GMC in West Plains.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Full night back here with Harlan Hudson. We're at halftime where the West Plains Zizzers lead the Waynesville Tigers by a score of 35-0. Let's quickly review the scoring. West Plains scored first with 9:37 to go in the first quarter. Miller on a 23-yard run. Larson kicked the extra point. Zizzers on top, 7-zip. Then with 5:18 to go in the first quarter, Leeser on a 15-yard pass from Kinslow. Larson the kick. It's 14-0 at the end of one. In the second quarter, the Zizzers scored 3 times, all late in the quarter. Lair with 5:11 to go, 15-yard run. Larson the kick. Then with 2:26 to go, Lair on a 65-yard throw and catch from Kinslow. And Harlan and I were talking about it. When Lair caught the ball, there was one guy between him and the goal line, and he made him miss, and it was touchdown. 28-0. Then with 51 seconds to go, Hafer on a 15-yard pass from Kinslow. Larson with the extra point, and at halftime we're at 35-0. So the turbo clock will start with the start of the second half with West Plains on top, 35-0 in Harlan. It wasn't a pretty game, but it's still a big lead for the West Plains Zizzers at halftime.
And, you know, I heard Coach Perkins reference playing clean. And we've only had, a couple penalties?
2 penalties. We had a late hit on the quarterback, a roughing the passer, and we had a holding call. And other than that, it's been a much better game penalty-wise for the West Plains Zizzers because we have been bitten by the penalty bug the last 3 or 4 weeks for sure.
So in that regard, it's been all right. We've shown they've had some people open on some plays where they, could have done some business. 2 potential touchdown pass plays, but still hold them to a goose egg, and that's where it is right now. And Paul, let's go ahead and take another break, and when we come back here on the Hurst Feed and Farm Supply halftime update, we'll take a look at some of the other scores around the area, and we're back in a moment on Hot Country KDY.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 5 hours you spent in the kitchen mastering your epic wing recipe and the 3-hour family road trip to the tailgate party. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or a combo, State Farm agent Justin Shelby and his team see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Justin and his team understand what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve.
For all your home and auto insurance needs, talk to me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby, and my team in West Plains and in Houston.
There's a flag on the play.
Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at Ozarks Healthcare sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletes for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. Ozarks Healthcare hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine, a proud supporter of Zizzer Athletics.
The Dream Factory of South Central Missouri and Northern Arkansas are making dreams come true for critically and chronically ill children. Our local Dream Factory needs your help. If you would like to make a donation or know a child that is chronically ill in our area that we can help make their dream come true, please call 417-255-5615. This is a not-for-profit organization.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you.
HirschEquipment.com. This is a game changer for anyone looking for equipment. That's because all of Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply's equipment inventory is now listed on one site. You can find tractors, lawn equipment, trailers, livestock equipment, pre-owned inventory, and more. In fact, you can go to the site and get a quote and get the value of your trade. Now, there's no reason to put it off. Get what you need today with the help of HirschEquipment.com.
In the world today, love begins in the heart of the home. For the love of cabinets, the Mayfields would love to make your dreams a reality, where functionality and creativity meets authenticity. Allow Troy and I to help transform your kitchen and bathrooms with quality custom-built cabinetry, and let the love in your home shine. Follow us on Facebook, give us a call, check out our website, fortheloveofcabinets.com. With over 20 plus years of experience, we are blessed to bring our love of homes to West Plains. Go Zizzers!
Free feels good, especially when it's checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company. And when we say free, we mean free. Free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and a free Zizzer debit card that gives back to the school with each purchase at a retailer. But wait, there's more. Get a free gift just for opening a new account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account details at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
Driving in the fall and winter months can be challenging. You never know what Mother Nature will bring each day. Make sure your tires have plenty of tread. Give Wilbanks Tire a chance to sell you a new set of tires. Once you buy a set of tires from Wilbanks Tire, you can come in anytime for free tire rotation for the life of your tires. So once a customer of Wilbanks Tire, you will always be a customer of Wilbanks Tire. Wilbanks Tire, 201 West 2nd Street in West Plains.
Hey, bro, check this out.
Whoa!
I know, dude. It's this Pepsi Wild Cherry, man.
Here, hit me one. I gotta try it. Whoa,
See,
man.
I told you. Here, last one for good measure.
Uh-oh.
Dude, that was Mr. Flanagan's mailbox.
Let's bail.
Okay.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Explosively cherry. Pepsi Wild Cherry will not actually blow things up, but will cause an explosion of flavor in your mouth. Now offering Pepsi multi-packs at participating locations.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hudson on the Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply halftime show. And Harlan's looking up scores drastically and writing them down. So, Harlan, have at it.
All right. In the Ozark Conference, who would have thought this would be the score at halftime of Rolla and Lebanon? Rolla leads 14-12. I guess they got a score in Jones last week, scoring 67 on Waynesville, and they're up by 2 over Lebanon, 14-12. At halftime, Liberty is leading 30-0 against the Salem, Missouri Tigers. Other Ozark Conference games has Kickapoo up 7-0 at halftime, and they're playing Bolivar tonight.
We have them next week.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, up there.
Some of the other scores around the area, late in the second quarter, Nixa leads Carl Junction 28-14, and that's notable because they're in our district, So's McDonald County. They lead Nevada 13-12 in the first half. Another district team for the Zizzers is Rogersville. They lead 21-7 against Marshfield. That's a first quarter score.
And Marshfield's in our district as well.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's
so
right.
2 district opponents there.
Elsewhere, Ava beating Kabul 21-7 that's at halftime. It's Fairgrove 49, Clever nothing.
Ooh.
A game that is kind of fascinating. Joplin finally has taken the lead on Branson late in the first half. In fact, they scored on a 29-yard touchdown pass on 4th down with 2 seconds to go in the half to take the lead. So that's a 13-9 score. And Glendale at halftime leading the Camdenton Lakers 16-7. Can you explain to me how Rolla is beating Lebanon?
It's one of those deals where they've been rivals for 100 years, and it's one of those games where Lebanon probably thought they were going to win easily, and Rolla came out to play, and right now they lead.
I can't imagine them going into
I saw Rolla and I saw Lebanon. There's no way.
No.
No.
Yeah, we
shouldn't be.
We've seen them both.
Yeah.
But anyway, those are the scores we have here on the Hirsch halftime, Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply. Remember, you can place your orders for tub booking for in-stock tubs up through the month of November. And if you order 3 tons or more, you're going to save $50 a ton at Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, Worley Drive in West Plains. And for equipment, remember, always check out their website, HirschEquipment.com. And I think, well, a couple of things. Number one, it was pretty obvious that West Plains wanted to score before the half.
Yes.
To get the turbo clock on the second half. So the question is, are we going to see a lot of different players come out and work on the depth a little bit here in the second half?
I would say that the first unit will play the first offensive series, and the defensive unit will play the first defensive series. After that, you may see some substitution, especially if the offense can go down and score and make it a 42-0, or if should Waynesville, since they get the ball to start the second half, if they put points on the board, then you know you're going to see the first unit.
I'm going to tell James, who does the post-game program over on the Fox 96.9, I'm going to tell him that you are going to be checking in tonight.
I am going to be checking in as I drive to St. Roberts.
All right. You don't have that long a drive tonight, do you?
Not for me. No, it's not that bad. I go from here to St. Roberts. I'll stop at Buffalo Wild Wings, which is one of my favorite places to go, and have a little chicken wings, and then I'll go to Rollin down 63 to Licking, Missouri. It's about a 35-minute drive, and I'll be home.
Well, now that's got me thinking we're kind of getting gypped here. We're just talking about driving home. Now we're talking about eating.
You're more than welcome to stop with me.
That is making me hungry. I got to get up early in the morning. We don't get back early from anywhere, do we?
No, we were I was at work today, and somebody goes, "Well, Paul, how far do you guys go?" And I said, "We go 2 hours, at least 2 hours to every game we play, pretty much." And people have to come 2 hours to our place for every game they play.
Well, at least we don't have to go to Joplin anymore. But
that was almost 3.
But Bolivar is about 2 hours and 20 minutes. So.
2 hours and 25 or 30 minutes, yeah.
Yep. So we've got that waiting for us next week.
And speaking of Bolivar, you know that they beat us the last 2 times we played them.
That's true.
And I know Coach Perkins is going to – he's kind of had this game circled since the start of the season. And I say this game being the Bolivar game because they did leave a little bit of a bad taste in our mouth last year on the last game of the regular season. And, of course, beat us in the playoffs the year before that.
We used to argue about this, but Yancey Walker, he did not believe in revenge games or wanting to keep people.
Wrong.
I said, boy, you and I are completely different.
Yeah.
Not only do I want to win, I want to get a pound of flesh out of them if they beat me.
Yeah.
That's just the mindset. But anyway, yeah, it would be nice because Bolivar, they really handled us the last couple of years, especially last season. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Bolivar is not what they have been.
No, they're a young team. They graduated a lot of kids this past year, and they're a young football team and getting better.
Well, that's the other part of it, though. A football team really can make some progress, especially young teams from the start of the season to the end. And so they're going to be a better team. We'll see a better team next week than the one we would have seen in week 1 or 2.
Yes. And, it's unfortunate that, the very first game of the year, we kind of got Glendale taken away from us. And I shouldn't say taken away because of the COVID situation at Glendale at the time, picked up the team from Mississippi who was very gracious to come over and play us. I mean, they drove 4 hours.
It's a long way.
4 hours to come play us, and, it was a good way to start the season at home. Didn't lose a home game, so we got a home game, and our only kind of misstep was when we went to Lebanon and got handed to us.
A team that lost a game, 2 teams actually lost a game tonight. Mountain Grove was supposed to play Houston, and Houston has a COVID situation, and so that game was called off. And Mountain Grove is not going to get any points in the district for Houston having to forfeit. And I think that's kind of a raw deal.
Yeah, they get nothing. Yeah.
They ought to get something.
Yeah.
It's not their fault that they're not playing. So
we're about 3 minutes away from the second half. We're going to take a break right here. We'll be back in 3 minutes here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
If you or a family member has trouble with mobility, Ozarks Healthcare Medical Equipment can help. They now sell and install stair lifts in homes. It is vital for you and your family to be safe and comfortable, which is why they install a premium stair lift that has been specifically designed with your comfort and needs in mind. This is just another comfort value for you from Ozarks Healthcare Medical Equipment, formerly Home, at 1703 West 8th Street in West Plains. Welcome home.
Hey, this is Damon with TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our West Plains Zizzers. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of all parts for all models of all trucks and trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt online at tlgtrucks.com or find us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
Outpost Motorsports in downtown West Plains has side-by-sides in stock ready for your next adventure, your hunting trip, or to work around the farm. See the High Sun Sector 550, perfect for work or play. High Sun Sector comes standard with top windshield and winch. Stop by Outpost Motorsports next to the Civic Center and check out a full line of side-by-sides in stock now. Check them out online at outpostmotorsports.com.
More than just a tire store. Don's Auto Service.
Now is the time to save and get special financing on the tires you need in Don's Auto Service in West Plains. Go to donsautoservice.com or stop in today and find out about no interest 6-month special financing on purchases of $250 or more with the Goodyear credit card. Don's Auto Service is here for you.
More than just a tire store. Don's Auto Service.
When you think anything for the office, think Bureau. From furnishings for the whole office, janitorial supplies, pens, paper, supplies, and more, think Bureau. See Reed and the crew for anything you need for the office, and they will deliver as well. Bureau is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, just off the square on West Plains, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week online at thinkbureau.com. That's thinkbureau, BURO.com.
West Plains Propane at the corner of Lincoln Avenue and Broadway is always ready to help you out. No one ever described an inviting home as cold and cozy, and West Plains Propane will make sure it never does. Wherever you are in West Plains and surrounding area, give us a call and we'll help you out. Call us at 417-256-3470 for a free estimate. West Plains Propane, making sure our customers are our warmest friends.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson. They haven't put it on there yet. They may not be putting it on there. We're down to 0-0 on the play clock at the far end of the end zone there, and let's see what they do now, whether they put that mandatory 4-minute warm-up period on there or they just kind of go from here.
I think both teams got out early enough that they were able to warm up, and from the attitude of the officials that you talked to before the game, I kind of doubt they're going to put – oh, they are. They're going to put the 3 minutes up there on the clock right now.
Well, 3 minutes instead of 4, that's a winner. Speaking of 3 minutes, we'll be back in 2 here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Brown Furniture and Appliance in downtown West Plains has a huge selection of washer and dryers in stock right now. Choose from many of the top brands like Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Amana, Hotpoint, Maytag, and LG. If you've been looking for new laundry machines, get the Brown Furniture and Appliance. 24 months, no interest financing available with approved credit. Growing with the Ozarks since 1949, and they're also looking to add to their growing team. Apply in person. Brown Furniture and Appliance is an equal opportunity employer.
At Lynch Equipment, we believe our word is as good as dirt, because to us, dirt is as good as it gets. Hi, this is Riley Brown at Lynch Equipment, and we want you to know that Coyote Tractors offer an industry-leading 6-year unlimited hour warranty on select tractors, so you can dig, mow, and haul until the cows follow you home. Day after day, year after year. Lynch Equipment and Coyote, we dig dirt. Stop in and see my parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lynch Equipment in West Plains. Coyote, because we dig dirt.
6-year warranty for non-commercial resident use only on specific Coyote models registered during promotional period. See Lynch Equipment in West Plains, your authorized Coyote tractor dealer for details.
And there's a flag on the play.
Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at Ozarks Healthcare sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletes for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. Ozarks Healthcare hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine, a proud supporter of Zizzer Athletics.
You may not need an electrician every day, but when you do, choose SRS Electric in West Plains. Sean and his crew at SRS Electric will get the job done. They're dependable, reliable, and honest. Whether you need a new house wired, you need new light fixtures installed, or just simple repairs, remember SRS Electric. Find out why people recommend SRS Electric in West Plains. Find them on Facebook or call 274-0787.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here in Waynesville with Harlan Hutchinson. We're about ready to go with the second half. The Zizzers are going to have to kick it away from the, would that be the south end zone?
Let's see. I believe that's the north end zone.
That's the north end zone. That's right. North is that way. South is that way.
Sun was sitting right there.
Yes, it was. That's west. So the Zizzers will kick off from the south end zone. The Zizzers lead 35-0, which means the turbo clock will be in action as long as the Zizzers lead by at least 35 points. And we talked a little bit about the fact that whether we'll see the first team in the first series or two, I would say probably, but you never know. Harlan, what do you think?
Well, look, they've got their lead, and now I don't know if they're going to.
We're going to try an onside kick. We're setting up the onside kick.
You think so? I'd be a little surprised if we did that here.
Well, let's see here. He was putting it at an angle, I thought, but we'll wait and see. Let's don't get ahead of ourselves. 12 minutes to go, third quarter. Walt is going to hit a dribbler. We're going to see what happens here. Wall from the 40.
There it comes.
It's a dribbler, and it's over the top, and it's going to hit the ground, and ball's loose still. And who's got it? Waynesville says they do, and nobody has signaled, but then there's one official pointing the direction. Waynesville will have it 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 39. Zizzer defense on the field. It's the first unit, as there's a lot of familiar jersey numbers out there.
Well, he gave up a big kick return last week. That may have been as much just to prevent that than anything else.
Yeah, and we gave up a big return on one of our kickoffs this evening to, I think it was Ossie. Godwin in the backfield. Takes it, looks to the left side, throws it out in the flat. It's underthrown, incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. And the clock continues to run at 11:42 to go in the third.
Well, they're just going to keep doing what they've been doing. And really, they haven't done a poor job. Quarterback's been victimized by a couple of drops.
Somebody better come out here and cover this guy. There we go. Nobody was going to cover. Landon Casey decided he better cover this wide receiver. Zizzers are going to bring some pressure. They back up. Godwin throws it in the flat. Almost intercepted by Casey. Knocked away at the last minute, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers from their own 39-yard line.
David Vernon is the new quarterback for the Waynesville Tigers. He is a 5'9", 170-pound junior. And, of course, Rick Vernon was coach here for
ever.
That's right, ever.
3rd down and 10 from the 39. Vernon. Where's number 6? In the backfield. The big guy, number 28's behind him. That's Bradford. You're going to give it to Bradford up the middle on 3rd and 10, and he's going to pick up about 5 as the pile continues to move. Finally, he's brought down. They're going to give him 5 yards out 44-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down and 5 for the Tigers as they unpile everybody, and it's taken a while to do that, and the clock just continues to run.
Aiden Holt was trying to strip that ball out. Looked like he was trying to start a chainsaw. He was reaching in there and get it out.
4th down and 5, and looks like the Tigers have got no plans to punt this one away unless One of these guys back here in the backfield does a short snap. Vernon in the backfield, along with Bradford. Vernon throws a flat. It's incomplete. The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and I think that was number 53 for the West Plains Zizzers who got a hand on it. And guess what? Oh, 63, excuse me. That's Miles Foster, junior defensive end, 6'4", 230. Got his hands up, knocked it away, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Zizzers at the Waynesville 44-yard line.
One of the players that we probably don't talk enough about because we have so many of them, but Foster has really been good this year, too.
Second unit offensively out there for West Plains Zizzers, the quarterback. That's number 2. That is Aiden Simpson.
That's Dagan Kinslow.
Yes, that's 2. That's Kinslow. But he hands off to Dalton Cox, and Cox picks up 4.
We still got a lot of starters in the game.
Yeah, I was going to say the offensive line looks to be about everybody.
But simply by the nature of that first play call, that gives you an idea that they're going to keep it probably pretty basic. And now watch us throw the ball.
Yeah, I was just say all of our running, everybody on the wide receiver form now has single-digit numbers. Kinslow in the backfield by himself.
I think they just changed the play.
Inside or outside handoff to Cox. Cox gets to the outside, going to be run out of bounds. Oh, where are they going to mark him, Harlan? Is that keep walking down the sideline there? They're going to put him out of bounds at about the 38.
Okay.
So it's going to be here up a 3rd down and 4. We're inside 8:30 to go in the third quarter as the clock will not stop as long as there's a 35-point lead by the West Plains Zizzers. So it's 3rd and 4. Kinslow in the backfield by himself. Ball at the 38-yard line. Man in motion is Cox. They fake to him. Kinslow turns it up, cuts back, cuts out, cuts in, cuts out, knocked down all the way down to the 15-yard line. So Kinslow in the ball game still picks up the 1st and 10 all the way down to the Waynesville 15, where it's 1st and 10 for the West Plains Zizzers. Made a few cuts there, didn't he, Harlan?
He really did. I think as this second half plays out, which it is, down to 7:48 and counting, we'll see more new players coming in.
Kinslow in the backfield. Man in motion is McGinley. And McGinley's going to get the handoff. He's up the middle, down inside the 10-yard line. In fact, they're going to mark him at the 10, and that's going to bring up a 2nd down and about 6 to go. New running backs, same offensive line, same quarterback. Wide receivers are different.
That's the only real change so far, but I think that'll...
Yeah, McCracken's still in there, number 39. And Kinslow in the backfield. McGinley gets the fake. Kinslow rolls right and goes sprint to the corner, and he's in. So Kinslow goes in from 10 yards out, and the Zizzers increase their lead to a score of 41 to nothing with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Well, one thought is that by adding another touchdown, then you can afford put your younger players in, and if they give up the score, the turbo clock is still going to be running.
Yes, because I expect to see Simpson next series. Washington kicks. It's good. We got 42-0. We'll be back in a minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
Not just a home or a car. It's the 5 hours you spent in the kitchen mastering your epic wing recipe and the 3-hour family road trip to the tailgate party. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or a combo, State Farm agent Justin Shelby and his team see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Justin and his team understand what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve.
For all your home and auto insurance needs, talk to me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby, and my team in West Plains and in Houston.
Hello, I'm Dennis Helmick. I'm a real estate investor, real estate attorney from Seattle, Washington. About 3 months ago, I came back to West Plains and got really involved with investing in the town. I formerly owned an escrow company, so I know the type of job it takes and what they can do, and I highly recommend Wiles Title for closings.
Wiles Title, located on the square, downtown West Plains, celebrating their 50th year in business. It's your choice. Make the right choice and choose Wiles Title.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson. This time the kickoff down the field, and that's why you do the squib kicks, because Asa brings it all the way back to the West Plains 31-yard line, and if it wasn't for McGinley catching him from behind, he goes the distance, and it's 1st and 10 Waynesville at West Plains 31.
That's the second time they've done that tonight.
Yes, that's why we've been kicking the short ones. 1st and 10 at the 32 instead of the 31. And defensively, we're looking around out there. Got a few new bodies, but also some of the old ones are out there as well, especially in the secondary. But 1st and 10 at the West Plains 32. Vernon, the quarterback, number 6. Running back in there is number 32. That's Asa, the guy that just returned it all the way to the 32-yard line. Vernon gives it to Asa. Up the middle he goes, across the 30 down to the 28-yard line, where it's going to be a pickup of 4 and bring up 2nd down and 6 from the Zizzer 28. 6:29 to go. Zizzer's on top, 42-0. 3 receivers to the right side for the Tigers, 1 to the wide left. Vernon looks to the sideline. In the backfield with him is number 28 this time. That's the big guy. That's Bradford. 6'4", 260, running back. Also plays a little defensive line. Vernon calls for the ball, gives it to Bradford. Bradford to the outside. Bradford runs over 3 Zizzers all the way down to the 11-yard line. Now they're going to mark him at the 13. He rolls to the 11, goes down at the 13, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Hayden Cook had the misfortune of being in the way that day, didn't he?
Yes. He was in the misfortune part there. But he got him to the ground. Clock runs at 5:30 to go in the third. It's 42-0. Vernon, the quarterback. Where's number 6? Junior, motion man bet. Vernon takes a snap, hands off to Bradford. Bradford up the middle, inside the 10, still running. Going to be brought down at the 9-yard line, so that's a pickup of about 4. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 from the 9. Tigers with a chance to put some points on the board here late in the third quarter. 42-0, West Plains on top. Zizzer defense. I'm trying to see who the down people are. One of them is number 63. That I remember him, Foster. 2nd down, snap. They fake. Vernon, option, left side, pitches it on the ground. Ball's down on the ground. It's going to be picked up by number 30 for the Tigers. That's Richardson. And a big play there for the West Plains defense as the ball is all the way back to the 21-yard line, which brings up a 3rd down and about 21.
Aiden Holt was real close to that one, but it's a total blow-up, and now a loss of 7, 8 yards. The yard marker on the far side is a yard further downfield, and the ball is actually marked.
3rd down. Vernon takes a snap, looks left. Pressure comes, the ball's loose, and it's picked up by the Tigers at the 25-yard line. So after getting all the way down to the 13, the Tigers are looking at a 4th and 22 from the 25.
If you've never been hit from the blind side, if you never played football and play quarterback and be hit from behind like that, Miles Foster just blew him up. I mean, that was rough.
He was untouched, kind of like, gosh dang it, earlier, Lopez, when Lopez put the hit on the quarterback in the first half. Tigers going to go on 4th and 22 from the 25-yard line. Vernon looks to throw. Pressure comes as he throws the ball up in the air, and it's going to be knocked away. So the Zizzer defense makes the play, and the offense is back on the field, 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Again, really good pressure on the quarterback. He got hit right as he threw the ball. And so now on the change of possession, again, they're stopping the clock for some
I have no idea
reason.
Don't know why they're doing it now. They're not supposed to, but they did.
Now they're running.
Now they're running it. 1st and 10, 25-yard line. Got number 1 in the backfield now. That's Aiden Simpson, junior quarterback. He's the future. See what happens. Simpson makes the man in motion. High snap. Simpson's going to have to run, and Simpson's lucky to get to the line of scrimmage, and then still picks up 4 on a high snap. Got the new offensive line in there as well. And now the Monday Nighters are on the football field on Friday.
Lemons into lemonade. That's part of the job of being a quarterback, is try to do something even when things don't go right. And that time, Aiden made a nice 4-yard gain on that play.
Made a bad play into a decent one. Simpson in the backfield. Cox next to him. 2nd down and 6. Looks to throw to the right side. Pass is complete. I couldn't see who caught it, but it's number 7. That's McGinley. And he gets close to the first down as he's out to the, let's say the 34, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. Zizzer's looking to put more points on the board as the third quarter is coming to a end in a hurry as the turbo clock is in action with West Plains on top, 42-0. Zizzer's go to the unbalanced line to the right side. Inside handoff Cox. That way he goes. Cox got the first and more. Nice run by the number 6 for the West Plains Zizzers, senior running back. Picks up about 7 and gets it across the, he's actually the 39-yard line. So he got 5, and it's 1st and 10.
I didn't realize that Dalton was listed at 205. 5'10", 205. That's good size.
He's not 205. I saw him earlier. He's not 205.
My God.
That's a misprint.
He's been on diet if that's the case.
Yeah. 1st and 10, West Plains Zizzers at their own 39-yard line. Simpson in the backfield. Calls for the ball. Inside handoff fake. Throws it out there. Oh, my. In and out of the hands of the wide receiver. I believe that's number 3, Gabe Sellers. In and out of his hands and almost intercepted. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 to go. Clock inside, 44 seconds to go in the third quarter. Zizzers on top, 42-0 as the clock. We're turbo time. Simpson looks to the sideline. Motion man comes to the middle of the field. Simpson going to keep it up the middle. He goes. Makes 1 man miss, makes 2 miss, but only picks up 3, and that should bring it in to quarter number 3 unless the Zizzers decide to hurry up, which they're not going to do. So we're going to be at the end of 3. Zizzers on top, 42-zip. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
The sun is coming up in the Ozarks, and what better way to make your day than by eating at the famous Ozark Cafe. Ozark Cafe serves some of the best home cooking in the Ozarks. It's all there for you with a menu that includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with breakfast served anytime. New hours are 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., closed on Sundays. Ozark Cafe at 662 Missouri Avenue in West Plains. Make your day at the Ozark Cafe.
256-7628. Write it down. Program it in your phone. Just make sure you have it handy. That is the number to J&J Recovering and Towing. Make sure that is your first call when you break down or have an accident. They will answer the phone no matter what time, 24/7, and they will get there fast. J&J Recovering and Towing will take it to the destination of your choosing. So for fast, reliable towing, call J&J Recovering and Towing, 256-7628.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Well, we start the fourth quarter. Paul Knight along with Harlan Hutchinson and the West Plains Zizzers lead 42-0. Turbo clock's in action. Zizzer offense on the field right now. They lead, as I said. Aiden Simpson, the quarterback. We got a running back of McKinley, Cox, wide receivers. That's Sellers. I was trying to think who else is out there. Simpson's going to throw a little screen pass, caught there by Judd. Alex Judd gets across to the 50-yard line. Alex Judd, freshman, get a little action on Friday night. Picks up the first down, and it's 1st and 10 West Plains right at the 50-yard line. Judd comes to the sideline in the ballgame now, number 44. That's Dawson Howell, sophomore running back. McGinley into the backfield with Simpson. Simpson, the junior, takes the snap. Inside handoff, McGinley. McGinley cuts it to the outside and made a nice little move picks up 6 as he gets into Tiger territory all the way down to the 44, where it's going to bring up a second down and about 4 to go.
You know, he showed a really good instinct there. Again, like Connor Lair we talked about earlier, slowing down, running behind his blocks, and he got probably 3 or 4 more yards.
He should have, yeah. And, you know, this is kind of an odd situation where you got McGinley, who's a senior, in the second unit, but when you got 26 seniors, somebody's going to have to play on the second unit. Simpson in the backfield all by himself. Cox in motion across the formation. Cox gets the handoff, goes back to the left side. Cox has got the first down and more as he crosses the 40, goes all the way down to the 36. That's a pickup of about 7 and another West Plains first down with 10:26 to go in the ball game.
Well, the second unit's doing a pretty good job moving the football.
They're doing a good job of moving the football with a little running here and there, and occasionally mixing in a little short pass, picking up yards. Simpson in the backfield, this time with McGinley. Howell back there with him. Simpson looks to throw. Pressure comes, rolls to the right. Better get rid of it, because here comes there's got to be that's a face mask. That was a nice play by the defense, but unfortunately he got a hold of all the face mask, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty from that spot. Or is it from the previous? I can't remember. Personal foul, grabbing the mask against Waynesville, and it'll be a mark-off of 15 yards, and I think it's from the spot of the foul.
That was a bad one.
Yeah, that one was obvious to me, and I'm 60 yards from there. So where are they going to put the ball? They're going to put the ball somewhere around the 33, 32, 33-yard line, where it's going to be first down and about 7 after the mark-off down to the 32-yard line. Waynesville, you got to back up a yard. They put the ball behind you. Ball marked at the 32-yard line. It's first and 7. Simpson in the backfield. Inside handoff to Cox. Cox to the right sideline in front of the Waynesville bench. Runs out of bounds at the 23-yard line. So that's another West Plains first down. And the Zizzers moving the football here on Friday night.
I really like the way Dalton Cox runs the football. He may not be as big as listed, but he shows good instincts. He runs with his head up.
Yep.
And we've seen him do some pretty good stuff this season.
First and 10 from the 23-yard line. Simpson and Cox in the backfield. Simpson calls for the ball. Handoff, fakes it. Throws a slant. Caught! And that is a touchdown by the West Plains Zizzers. The receiving on that is Weston Reese, senior wide receiver, and the pass thrown by Simpson, and the Zizzers have a 48-0 lead with 8:11 to go in the ball game.
How many 6'4" receivers do we have? That's another one.
That's another one. Just add it to the list. West Plains, 23 yards? Yes, it was 23 yards. Well, Larson to kick the extra point. Cook the hold. Snaps down, kicks up. Good as gold, baby. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the radio. KKDY 102.5.
At Lynch Equipment, we believe our word is as good as dirt, because to us, dirt is as good as it gets. Hi, this is Riley Brown at Lynch Equipment, and we want you to know that Coyote Tractors offer an industry-leading 6-year unlimited hour warranty on select tractors, so you can dig, mow, and haul until the cows follow you home. Day after day, year after year. Lynch Equipment and Coyote, we dig dirt. Stop in and see my parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lynch Equipment in West Plains. Coyote, because we dig dirt.
6-year warranty for non-commercial resident use only on specific Coyote models registered during promotional period. See Lynch Equipment in West Plains, your authorized Coyote tractor dealer for details.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 5 hours you spent in the kitchen mastering your epic wing recipe and the 3-hour family road trip to the tailgate party. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or a combo, State Farm agent Justin Shelby and his team see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Justin and his team understand what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve.
For all your home and auto insurance needs, talk to me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby, and my team in West Plains and in Houston.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchinson. We got a 49-0 ball game, 8:11 to go in the fourth quarter, and Braden Worrell's going to kick it away from the 40-yard line. Don't kick it deep. And this time he doesn't. He's kicking it away from number 32. It's received by the Tigers at the 20-yard line. And the gentleman, I think that's for the Tigers, I believe. That's McMillan. He brings it back to the 30-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10 for Waynesville, actually at the 33. Didn't give him a chance to run that one back. Nope. 8 minutes to go in the ball game. And the Tigers have it 1st and 10. Clock starts. We're inside 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Zizzer defense, new with the exception of the secondary. Well, no, I take it back. They've got their first-team defense out there except for, I don't see Connor Lair, but for the most part, that's their first unit. Quick snap, throw out to the right flat. Caught there by number 20, who just returned that kick. That's McMillan, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 37-yard line. That's a pickup of about 4 and brings up 2nd down and 6 as the clock continues to run.
Rolla took 7 minutes off the clock in the third, converted a 4th and 9, and now they lead Lebanon 21-12.
Oh, my gosh. I wish I was there. No, I don't. I'd rather be here. 2nd down and 6 to go. Inside handoff to Bradford. Oh, it's on the ground. Picked up by the West Plains Zizzers. Zizzers go in for the score, I think. They say it is a touchdown, and the pickup was there.
Aiden Holt.
That's number 9, Aiden Holt. So with 6:55 to go, Holt goes in from, 40 or 31 yards because the ball was picked up around the 31-yard line. There's a flag on the play, but let's see what it is. Illegal procedure against Waynesville is, of course, declined, and the Zizzers are going to attempt the extra point with a 55-0 lead. Holt from 31 yards on the fumble recovery. Larson to attempt the extra point, Cook to hold. Long snapper, number 77, Blake Reeds. Kicks up, looks good, it is. We'll be back in a minute here on the radio, KKDY 102.5.
And there's a flag on the play.
Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at Ozarks Healthcare sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletes for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. Ozarks Healthcare hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine, a proud supporter of Zizzer Athletics.
Outpost Motorsports in downtown West Plains has side-by-sides in stock ready for your next adventure, your hunting trip, or to work around the farm. See the High Sun Sector 550, perfect for work or play. High Sun Sector comes standard with top windshield and winch. Stop by Outpost Motorsports next to the Civic Center and check out a full line of side-by-sides in stock now. Check them out online at outpostmotorsports.com.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now. It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hutchison. Kickoff this time. It's a line driver. It's fielded by number 8. That's Teague up the sideline in front of the Waynesville bench. Runs out of bounds at the 37-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers from their own 37. 6:49 to go in the ball game. Zizzer's on top, 56-0, and I think we can put this one in the win column and look forward to next week going to Baller.
End of the third quarter, Rolla 28, Lebanon 12.
28-12, Rolla leads Lebanon.
I'd have lost a lot of money if I'd have.
Oh my. We got a timeout on the field. Waynesville takes time. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on the radio. KKDY 102.5.
You know that West Plains Lock and Key is the place to call when you've locked yourself out of your car or lost your key. But they do so much more. If you need anything lock-related done to your home or business, West Plains Lock and Key is your expert source there too. Give West Plains Lock and Key a call if you need locks rekeyed or changed. They can even help with safes, install keypad locks, and so much more. West Plains Lock and Key, where tradition meets technology. 256-8862. 256-8862.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Heston. We've got 6:32 to go in our ball game. And Harlan, I'm going to let you tell people what's happening in Rolla right now.
I don't think I should because I don't think anyone would believe it.
No one will believe you because they're listening to us. But go ahead.
Well, it really looked for all the world like when Lebanon beat West Plains, they're going to win the conference outright, right? Because who else was going to beat them? Well, Rolla is up going to the fourth quarter, 28-12. They're not only beating them, but they're making them like it.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at the 37-yard line. Inside handoff to number 32. That's the man that's been running the kickoffs back. That's Asa Ossie, and he gets a no gain, and it's actually a loss of 1, and it brings up 2nd down and 11 for the Tigers in their own end of the field. Zizzer defense out there doing a good job tonight keeping the ball inside the hash marks. Inside handoff to Ossie. Ossie this time gets to the outside, but he's chased down. Nice play made there by number 36 of the West Plains Zizzers, Addison Lopez, and Lopez makes a bunch of plays.
When you hear the term playmaker,
he is one of them.
He is a playmaker.
You can look him up in the dictionary, folks. His picture's right there. 3rd down and 7. The ball at the 40-yard line. Tigers with the ball. 5:40 to go in the ball game. It is 56-0. West Plains will be on the road next Friday night. We'll be in Bolivar to take on the Liberators. Snap back. Vernon's going to throw. Down the sideline, left side, it's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th down and 7 with 5:20 to go in the ball game. And the Tigers, what are you going to lose? You're going to go for it, aren't you?
Yep, Landon Casey and Hayden Cook had double coverage there on that deep throw. So let's see if we can stop him one more time here.
And let's see here. Now, I think they may be going to punt this one. No, they're not either. Vernon's still in there. No, they're bringing in the punter. It's 4th down and 7. High snap. He gets it away, however. It's going to hit at about the 35-yard line and takes that big bounce. Goes inside the 20 down to the 19, 18-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the West Plains Zizzers with 7:35 to go in the ball game, leading by a score of 56-0. West Plains has dominated the Waynesville Tigers tonight. And maybe we can dominate the Liberators next week in Bolivar.
Well, that would be fun. But Bolivar tonight, they're getting blanked by Kickapoo at Kickapoo, 14-0 in the fourth quarter.
And Bolivar's always played us tough. So, folks, if you've got nothing else to do, tune in next week, 7 o'clock, here on KKDY. We'll bring you the ball game from Bolivar when the West Plains Zizzers take on the Liberators.
If you think something bad can't happen, let me repeat this. Rolla 28, Lebanon 12.
Yeah. Simpson throws it out in the left wing, caught there by number 25 for the West Plains Zizzers. I have no idea. That's Peyton Cooper, sophomore wide receiver. And that's a pickup of about 7. And it's going to be 2nd down and 3 for the West Plains Zizzers. In the ball game for West Plains at quarterback is number 14, which is Isaiah Jones, freshman quarterback for the West Plains Zizzers. Jones looks things over. 4 wide receivers. Man in motion back to the formation. Low snap. Fakes it. Jones takes it up the middle. The freshman gets across the 25, out to the 29, and that's going to be enough for another West Plains 1st down.
Great to get these kids, all these freshmen into the football game tonight. You can't beat playing in an actual game.
Playing on Fridays, there's nothing like it.
Yep.
Unless you're getting beat 59-0.
There's nothing like that either.
Yeah. I experienced some of that when I was a freshman. Got to play a lot. We were always down 59 or 60-0. Snap back. Pass down. Wide open! Underthrown as number 29 was wide open, and that's Chase Larson, the kicker, and he was wide open. The ball was underthrown, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 with 2:30 to go in the ball game. Harlan, it's been a pleasure. It's been a good ball game to kind of watch because everybody's got to play.
Yep. A good night. That's how your depth gets better. You get people out there and get them some reps, as they say.
Snap back. Inside handoff. This time it's Larson, the freshman, runs to the left side. He crosses the 35. No, he doesn't. They're going to put him at the 34, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 with less than 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. The Zizzers facing a 3rd and 6, and if you run 2 more plays, this ball game's over. And one of them's going to be on 3rd and 5, and the other one's going to be on 4th and whatever, or 1st and 10. Jones in the backfield by himself. 3 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Man in motion, back to the formation. Jones looks right, looks left. We got a flag. I think the Zizzers moved. That'll help because the clock continues to run, I thought, except they stopped on a penalty. So that's a 5-yard mark off. They start the clock back up. And now we got 2 plays to go.
I think Misha needs to have some clarification.
Well, what they need to do is tell the clock keeper what the rules are, because that time the official gave him the wind the clock right after the flag was thrown, and he didn't do it. This official, they want to get out of town. 3rd and 10, inside handoff. Not a lot of room to run for the flag thrown, and I think that may be a face mask. But it doesn't really matter because the clock continues to run, and when they get this all figured out, ball game's over.
And you're headed to Buffalo
Wild Wings in St. Roberts.
And then you're going to be also over on 96.9 The Fox and the scoreboard show. You'll have locker room show, I guess is what he calls host that.
Yes, and I'll be honest, I didn't know about this, or I would have called all the time. Hey, I love talking, as people know.
But you can have at it tonight for sure. It's going to be a big number, 56 points.
56 points. The Zizzers are going to punt it away with 25 seconds to go. There's a difference of 2 seconds between the play clock, and that ends it. We got a 5-yard penalty against West Plains for illegal procedure, and that's going to be the ball game. The final score, 56-0 in Harlan. West Plains, it wasn't pretty, but it sure is nice to win 56-0.
Really is. Let's go into this break, come back with the Hirsch Feed Farm Supply postgame, and we'll have Paul summarized, and if Scott Womack gets hit this way in a hurry, we'll have him on too. So we're back in 90 seconds on Hot Country KDY.
It's where to go and buy your car. Great service and best price by far. In West Plains Mo, it's where we are. Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet in West Plains.
I'm Taylor Grubaugh, and when I was a young boy, I always dreamed of being a Chevrolet dealer. Now that dream is a reality here in West Plains, and I look forward to being able to continue to serve the community as your local Chevrolet Buick GMC dealer.
Find new roads at Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet Buick and GMC in West Plains.
School is back in session and things are real hectic. Trying to get in the groove of the new routine. School, sports practice, and games, not to mention work and everything else you are trying to do. Let Zizzer Coin Laundry help take a load off. Drop off all your laundry, and they will wash, dry, fold, even press if needed. Zizzer Coin Laundry will do everything, but put it away. Zizzer Coin Laundry on Porter Wagner Boulevard next to R&R Tire Express in West Plains.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 5 hours you spent in the kitchen mastering your epic wing recipe and the 3-hour family road trip to the tailgate party. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or a combo, State Farm agent Justin Shelby and his team see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Justin and his team understand what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve.
For all your home and auto insurance needs, talk to me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby, and my team in West Plains and in Houston.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Paul Knight back here with Harlan Hudson. We're on the post-game Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply post-game show, or post-game period, however you want to look at it. And West Plains wins tonight, final score 56-0. Quickly, we're going to review the scoring. Zizzer scored them all. 9:37, Miller, a 23-yard run. Larson kicks the extra point. 5:18 to go in the first quarter. Leeser, a 15-yard pass from Kinslow. Larson kicks the extra point, and it's 14-0. In the second quarter, Lair, a 15-yard run. Larson over the extra point, 21-zip. 2:26 to go. Lair, 65-yard pass from Kinslow. Kicks good by Larson. It's 28-0. And right before the first half, Hafer on a 15-yard pass from Kinslow. Larson kicks the extra point. It's 35-0 at half. Turbo clock in the second quarter or second half. Kinslow a 10-yard run. Larson the kick, 42-0 at 3. And then 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Reese a 23-yard pass from Simpson. Larson kicks the point, 49-0. And then Holt with a 31-yard fumble return. Larson kicks the extra point. Final score, 56-0. West Plains on top. We're now joined by Coach Scott Womack. And Scott, it wasn't pretty, but when you score 56, you can't complain too much, can you?
No, I thought really our offense was pretty efficient tonight. Didn't have a lot of penalties. Limited those. Had the one bad underthrow on the pass, but other than that, I thought we was pretty efficient offensively, especially in the first half. It was good to get to work on a 2-minute drill there late in the half, and I thought Dagan, besides the one throw, really threw the ball well. And then, of course, defense stepped up. We had, I think, 3 picks tonight. Dagan had 1, and then Cook had 2, and then the scoop and score for Aiden. So defense hadn't had a shutout in a while, and I think Coach was wanting that. So, good night overall. Probably our kickoff coverage was not really good tonight, and then kickoff return. We talked before we broke the huddle, start the game, said they like the onside, start the game. We've seen that this year, and they onside it. And we were ready for it, just went right through his legs. And, they got the onside to start the game. But other than that, I thought we were pretty efficient overall.
Well, the good thing is you got a chance for everybody to get on the field on a Friday night. I know the Monday Nighters really enjoy playing on Friday as much as they do playing on Monday.
Yeah, I think probably every kid got in tonight just about. So got some experience there, and was able to move the ball. Had some freshmen in there at the end of the game. They got a first down and a couple of first downs, and so that's a good experience that'll help them. Maybe not as much this year, but maybe next year.
Well, you talk a little bit about the freshmen playing and all that kind of stuff. When you got a roster with 26 seniors, your second unit's got to have seniors on it. And tonight, Cox did a good job running the ball. McGinley ran the ball well in the second half. And, those are kids that are could play for a lot of other people.
Yeah, they play for a lot of people. Unfortunately, they're behind an All-State running back and Connor Lair and probably a future All-State running back and Heston Miller. So, they play behind them, and then, Gabe Sellers and Weston Reese got in tonight. Weston caught a touchdown pass there, and they do a nice job for us. But, again, they're behind 2 pretty good tight ends that we're using this year with the Zizzer and Hafer. So a lot of good experience for them, and, you never know. They're one play. We always tell them one play from being in there. So they've got to be mentally and physically ready to go.
Physically, mentally ready to go. Next week you go to Bolivar, and I know we don't want to talk about it too much because it's a week away, but I know that's one game that Coach Perkins has had circled on his calendar because of what's happened the last 2 years.
Yeah, they've got us the last 2 years and pretty much just physically beat us up the last 2 years. And I know they're down just a little bit this year, but still it's one of those that they probably feel good about themselves because they've got us the last 2 years when probably they were a little bit of underdog. And and the other thing is that's kind of our tune-up game before district because as of right now, it looks like we'll probably be off that next week. So it's our last regular season game, and then we'll probably have a week off before we get into district competition in the semifinals.
Well, Coach, congratulations. We appreciate you coming back up here. I know after a big win, and